Unless you shouldn't, because I haven't made you guys voice live yet. What are you about to say, Panda? Okay, so I'll let you guys be voice live. Go ahead.
Yeah. It was done in the style of an ISIS video. I'm joking. No.
Did you see the animated?
No, I saw I had to. No, I saw a Bluey clip of, I guess, Bluey and her cousins, I guess, sibling and cousins, all hanging out, and somebody they got ice cream, and
oh, that's a good episode.
Yeah, and somebody in the comments was like, "So, is that dog just like a dog, or what's going on?" And I had to rewatch it, and I realized that one of the characters is on all fours.
It's
not
Socks
eating ice
is a
cream.
baby
Somebody,
still.
Yeah, it's because they're a baby and they act like a dog when they're a baby.
Yes.
Somebody explains the deep Bluey lore in the comments, but I had to go back and rewatch. I was like, wait, there was an actual dog in this? There was a Pluto situation going on?
Dogs?
Oh god, no. So as
you
you watch the show, you notice Socks get older and she develops more and she starts saying, 2 legs instead of 4. She says words. So you get to see Socks from being a baby to being a 2-year-old over the course of the show, which is interesting. As someone who also watched that happen to a human child in real time.
Missing the passage of time through the slow death of others.
I've watched that happen to several human children, none of which are mine, of course. But it gets less impressive over time. You're just stand the fuck up, kid. What are you doing?
The more you see it, the more it's come on, let's go, hurry it up.
Right?
I commented on
it
early.
Not special.
Because my sister Lindsay brought her newest baby of the 2 she has, and she was holding it, and it's kind of was instead of the normal baby pose it does.
We're not live is the problem with that.
Yeah.
I basically T-pose for a baby.
Yeah, T-pose for a baby, so it's a lot more limp.
Yeah, but it was actually had its head upright. I was kind of looking around. I was like, oh, can it support its own head now? Can it be on the lookout for predators?
Well, that's light work, kid. Learn to sound alarm. Recognize threats. See, I'm holding a knife. You didn't even know that, did you?
No, you can't.
Crying.
Babies.
But yeah, that's basically thank God it can finally hold its own head up, and you don't have to worry about accidentally killing it because its head went back too far.
Yeah, that's the best time to have a baby, when it can hold its head up.
Yeah, I think the best time to have a baby is once it hits 18, and it's
it's not your problem anymore. Is that what you mean?
I was gonna say, you're filthy rich and you can have other people raise it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
voice live.
We are voice live. Should we go face live?
Nah, I mean,
we'll just do the entire campaign like this. It's fine. Nobody needs to see us. They just get to stare at the logo.
We'd just be a
theater
podcast.
of the mind.
Yeah, we would be a podcast.
Which those do get pretty popular. But I feel like I would just forget people couldn't see me all the time, and it'd get really annoying.
Yeah. And I talk with my hands, so.
Me too.
I lose some of the mystique. I lose some of the allure, is what I meant to say, of the things I say.
No, I think the X-Men mutant Mystique has a lot of allure.
Agreed.
But I am not referencing Mystique, the X-Men. Yeah. I am incorrectly using an adjective.
All right, we're going face live now.
I like my women
I'm ready.
My pelican fish, blue and scaly.
I mean, okay.
Neither of those two things surprises me at all. I don't know if you know that or not, but I am not shocked in the slightest. Did I send you the thing about the fishing game that I saw?
Maybe.
There's a fishing TTRPG thing.
What?
Perchance.
Maybe. I'll look at it later. I'm not doing it now, but I might have sent it to you. I don't remember.
I like how I'm just head on straight. Tilt that down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't.
No, you're good. I tilted it.
Can we call you Swami? You can be the floating head.
I'll give it a minor adjustment.
You have to.
Can I also be minorly?
You have to sound like Lawrence Fishburne, though.
Oh, that's true.
No, he was. Cowboy
Was that
Curtis.
Lawrence Fishburne?
He wasn't no, he was Cowboy Curtis.
Oh yeah, he was Cowboy Curtis.
Come on, man. But I'm just making bad references to Pee-wee's Playhouse that nobody gets because nobody watched that show growing up. I didn't even watch Pee-wee's Playhouse growing up.
I had the VHS.
I don't
box
remember
set.
most of it, but
I don't know where I got that VHS box set. I'm sure somebody gave it to my mom, or my mom bought it for me, or something like that. Who allowed me to watch PB's Playhouse is a good idea. It was a good question.
It was a good show.
It's creative.
It was weird. It was
I just
weird
remember
as
the
hell,
word of the
but-
day, the secret word of the day, and then just yelling when somebody said it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
did say
I
I have to go
didn't watch
scream,
that.
and Lane, my sister's significant
Still
other,
better than Teletubbies.
says, "You have to go scream?" I was like, "No, scream." And they're like, "Oh, we
Yes,
thought you were
I'm
like
just gonna walk into the
we're
other
doing like
room and
OnlyFans
start
ASMR or
screaming.
something." No, I do. My OnlyFans is for feet.
Never put those out on the internet for free.
Yeah. I'm gonna post feet pics. They're gonna be on OnlyFans. If I open up an electronic repair store, it's gonna be called OnlyFans.
She only fix fans. That's a bad business model, Panda.
Yeah, no, it is.
You need to fix more things than just that.
Oh, it's Ellie.
Hey, Ellie. Ellie says, I would absolutely listen to a podcast of y'all critiquing children's cartoon episodes as an adult. Being like, figure it out, Caillou, or whatever that little monster's name was.
I think it's spelled with a C.
It's spelled with a C, but I know you're talking about that fucking big-headed ass kid.
Yeah, big head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not have a whole lot of patience for like little kids shows, but like
Yeah.
some kids shows are really solid, like Bluey being one of them. But some are really good.
It's made for Australian kids. So they're more
and
advanced.
some are, yeah. Well, you know what? I've got a theory. Bluey is not made for children. Bluey is a show intended solely for parents. It's just catchy enough and like entertaining, so kids watch it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, kids would watch adult stuff regardless if
kids
they
will watch
could get away with
anything
it.
that has
Yeah.
flashing lights and sounds. All right.
I think it's just made with the same kind of care that the cartoons we watched growing up were was made.
Yeah.
Where it's just
Yeah.
like, let's make a good show that's also kid friendly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's really
you
what
can
it is. It's
deliver
a
it two
kid-friendly
different
show.
levels.
And it really does like hit all the levels for parents and has a lot of good stuff for that. But it is entertaining to children, which most things are. But I was gonna say there are some kid shows that are just absolute
Garbage.
trash. They're just such trash.
Teletubbies.
It's just like, I was thinking
that's
of
the prime
Cocomelon.
example to me.
Cocomelon is like that. It's just utter garbage, and I'm like, no, we aren't doing this. I'm
Dipsy
sorry.
Whipsy, Poe,
There's a
Tinky
lot.
Winky.
Bro, I never watched Teletubbies. I ain't got it.
Yeah, me neither.
Me and my mom sat down and watched it with my sister once.
Lala.
Because when she was real young.
Yeah.
Because we were just like, what is this show? And we were sitting there just like horrified, like, what the fuck is happening? And then when we looked over to see if my sister was enjoying it, she was like crawling around doing other shit. And we're like,
So you're
okay,
like,
she
all
doesn't
right,
even
get
like
it out of
this.
here.
Cool. So there's not going to be any like period of like, well, you can't watch this anymore because it's rotting your brain. Like, she doesn't care, so we're good.
Yeah.
That ship sailed.
Anyway, we should probably get started.
Should we?
God.
Let's talk about the Wiggles.
yes.
The other Australian children's show.
We're not going to do that
That are
because then you want
color-coded.
to talk about the amusement park, and then you want to
Yeah,
talk
there's a
about
whole thing
the
about
stuff
the
from
amusement-
Defunct Land. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Save
That's
it for
a
your
topical
podcast.
spin.
Yeah.
There will be more. But yeah, let's do recap. Why not?
Go Panda, we choose
Yeah,
you.
like
Is anyone
Yeah.
getting value out of the recap?
Self-volunteered.
last time on Into the Storm. I'm gonna just say this verbatim as well as I wrote it. Eli talks to the lady he knows about the dream they had, about him disappearing and stuff. Lamia bought a chicken. Sam caught a chicken of the mud.
That what boars are called now?
Yeah.
Never heard of a boar called that, but
Yeah.
We decided to go to the Bertzig farm to check out the temple that was discovered there. There's a lot more to that because there's like the white thrush are diverted and stuff like that. I said I was going to say it verbatim. This is all extra. White thrush are diverted somewhere else, so like we might think we might have a better chance there. We saw some birds. They're not birds. They're harpies. Spoiler. We fight harpies. Sam was excited. Then he was not because they're not. Y'all see Monster Musume? They're not those harpies. I'm sad
they're
now.
quite a
No,
bit.
Bro.
They're quite a bit meaner.
Yeah. Oh, I built a toast tower. Apparently, I should mention that because it was everybody's star.
Yeah.
Like a house of cards, but with toast. Do you think Eggo waffles would make a good toast tower? I mean, tower of
unless
Eggo
you
waffles,
have
not
you have
toast,
to
but-
get the squared ones, not the round ones, right? The round ones would be too difficult to use as walls.
Yeah, they'd roll.
Anything I missed?
The Eli thing.
Probably a lot.
Well, I talked to Clint as well, and he gave me this device thing that's on loan, technically from another guy who's in Gurga. It's like a brooch, and it can keep me bound to this plane, or my native plane is the kicker. And a letter of referral to said guy, whose name is Emmerich Galden.
Correct.
The Eli note.
Oh
What
yeah,
I meant when I said the Eli thing.
but that
the
is
note with
what
your
I was
face?
saying that he forgot. Yeah, there's a note with my face on it.
Yeah.
My face is on a note.
We should keep hold of that note in case, something ever turns you into stone and you lose your face.
No.
So you have to-
We're not using that one. I've got a better one. We're not going to use that one. Jeez.
You guys don't know that ritual either, so good luck with that.
Nowhere
Anything
high
else?
enough level to pull that off.
No.
I messed up my mouth
You messed up your mouth?
on the note. It messed up my mouth.
Oh.
Hold on,
I thought you ate hot pizza or something in character.
No.
Did you eat too
I
much
mean,
toast and
that's-
it fucked up the
I
roof
was
of your
gonna
mouth?
say, Oh, that'll happen. Good
I hate that.
Lord.
I ate the BLT.
Oh,
the other day.
Nah, it won't let me.
you can. I haven't been able to hear music. Are we supposed to be able to hear music?
Should. Hold on.
That might be part of the
Oh.
reason why we had
Can't you
gone
hear that
voice
jazzy
live.
tune?
No.
Oh, you guys hear music?
Yeah. It's a bop.
Okay, if you guys can hear music and I can't,
I can't.
then-
I'm
I
fucking with
can't.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm being
I can't hear anything other than
an
us speaking.
asshole.
I wonder if I have to reshare it because I switched.
That might
Well.
be it.
Yeah,
There
Oh, now I
it
can hear
is.
yeah, that's what it is.
Also,
I had
I'm
to
just
reshare it
gonna.
because Molly was captain temporarily.
I just saw what my name is, so I'm gonna stop my video so everybody else can see it because I have a comment on it. I want that cake.
I want that cake. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sorry, bud.
Well, of
as I
course
was
you're
driving
special,
around-
Ollie.
Sorry, this has to do with cake. Cake. I
Is
was
it a
driving
lie?
around and I was listening to
The band
Disturbed
Cake?
song. Open
Oh.
up your death and let it flow into me. Yeah, get down with the sickness.
Down with
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sickness? Yeah.
And I was like, get down with the thickness. Like,
I thought we were
open
talking
up
about the
those
band
thighs
Cake,
and let me dive
sir.
into them. No, or some shit like that.
This goes. You
Yeah,
shouldn't
like
say this on
explicit.
air. This goes into our musical parody
Yeah, the
album
Bone
that we're
Man
gonna make.
shit, you know?
Yes. Can't be giving away our trade
And
secrets.
you get
here,
down with the
Panda.
thickness.
But to answer your question from way earlier, I don't think there's anything else.
I mean, other than what I said, and then what Molly reminded me about to say was the letter, or the letter, the
after?
parchment, the note.
Newt. Cool.
Yeah.
No,
Then
both my
in that
nephews are
case,
scrawny. They don't have cake.
We will. We'll go back into the session. You are holding a note with your face on it, Eli. Everyone else standing around looking at it. Varbrong doesn't seem to understand why the picture upsets you.
Anyways, yeah, that's what I would do with that. Just throw it. Luckily, I just have paper everywhere in here, so
That wasn't picked up on the mic either. So.
that's fine.
You had peaked, and then fucking things went bad. Hold on.
Oh no,
Oh,
What is
we're
wrong with-
everywhere.
Zoom
Where
is
are we?
freaking out, bro. Hold on a second.
hello. I'm in
Oh!
Patrick's chest.
Yeah, Zoom is losing its shit. Hold on a second. Hold
Cade.
on
Gosh.
a second.
You must
What
start the
fuck?
reactors on Mars, or whatever the shit is from Total Recall.
Oh, guys, I have to.
Man, wouldn't life be easier if you were to
I
some
have to leave it like
some
that
guy's
now.
chest?
That's
No,
No,
you have
yeah, I
no
don't think it would
freedom
be either.
of movement or motion.
it's fixed.
Okay, good job. So
Fucking hell.
shreds the paper.
I just stuffed it in my pocket. I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
really get rid of it. I just shoved it in my pocket.
Well, that's weird, but I guess we should keep going.
I mean, it's not like we can do anything else. Might as well go now. I'm not going to figure out anything about this standing out here in a field. So yeah, to the farm.
Could like put like a fake mustache on you or something.
I'm just going to blink repeatedly at you.
Hold on, let me get some shorts wool.
Let's just go.
Are you sure? I got a lot.
I am quite sure for the moment.
No, it's not the same. Like
we can make some like mutton chops in a stash if you'd like later. But right now, I just would prefer if we hurried along.
I recommend the mutton chops. I think they're quite stylish. Sam has mutton chops.
All right, I'll have to make sure to draw that next time.
Keeps you from dribbling soup in your beard if you shave this part.
Either way. Cool. So you guys continue on. Let's see. I believe all the healing you're going to get is done right now. So you move the about how long is that? A few more miles or so before you come out of the little bit of trees and stuff that you were in before, out onto more of the sort of plains area that the farm is on. Excuse me. You definitely see it in the distance. You can see some of the crops and things that they've started cultivating. All the actual farmland and stuff that's out there. There's a little bit of livestock roaming around. That's not their main thing, but they've still got some animals. It obviously looks a little bit more familiar to you, Sam, than it does anyone else. The rain is beginning to let up a little bit, which is nice. And you can see that there appears to be some people out working the fields right now. You're not going to cross past them as you're going. Like, they're kind of off on the other end. They still got plenty of time left in the day before they probably head back towards the actual farmhouse and everything. But you can see that they notice you as you're kind of you guys are riding up. Just whoever it is out there kind of stops, and there's like three people. You definitely notice they're all pretty short. Definitely Volu.
Wow.
But they all kind of turn and watch you, and after it's a long time because the travel's long, but after long enough that it's clear you're headed toward the like farmhouse and stuff, eventually you see one of them kind of raise up and like wave. Just wave back.
Was it a wave or was it
No, it was like a greeting, like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And the snail pulls up everybody.
Right. Yeah, it's
That's
good that it
really
wasn't the like
sleight of
the like
hand,
two
but
hand
wave.
like run
Yeah.
away wave, or like there's
Oh,
something
no.
behind you wave.
Yeah. When you kind of wave back, two of the three people start making their way, not to like intercept you, but like they're gonna reach the farmhouse around the time you get there. Just walking. They're not like running or do anything that shows like crazy urgency. You guys go pretty much directly up towards the farmhouse where you'll kind of run into them.
Yeah, I would. Unless Sam has another idea, since it's his people's.
My people's? Yeah.
Cool. Doesn't take you super long to get over there. Once you're close enough to see them, Sam, you will recognize the two people as the two younger. I guess these are distant cousins of yours in this case. But the two younger boys that got themselves into trouble while you were out there.
Yeah.
And so as soon as they recognize you, they're like, "Oh, It's Sam! Hey! And they start actually like hauling ass over towards you. They're not super tiny anymore. You can tell that they've had a little bit of a growth spurt since you saw them. Definitely old enough to go out and help in the fields now. So they both like run over. They obviously don't recognize the rest of you, but since you're with them, they seem to have no fear all of a sudden. So run over to you, and one of them's like, "Oh, hey, it's Ginger," and we'll like kind of pet Ginger, and I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing. Verbrong just sort of stands really still and takes like a step away from them and stays there and just quietly.
Lamia's in the same boat, but obviously not on Verbrong's side.
It's a big boat.
It's got to be. I will just kind of stand there and defer to Sam. I'm not gonna like be.
Yeah.
It's his people, so I'll let him do stuff.
Tractor. Tractor. I'm trying to be in character, but I can't. Both you boys are growing faster than the crops out here. Good lord. That we worship.
Yeah, we've been eating our greens and our roughage. Yeah. We were told to, make sure we got all big and strong for our size.
Yeah.
Because we won't be as big as you, but we could be as strong as you.
That is definitely for sure. And you don't have to stoop over so far to pick up things from the ground. Like, you can pick up, like, the tubers and things like that, like carrots. You were way better at picking carrots than I could be. I could bend over way further.
Yeah, we were picking carrots earlier because some of them are getting ripe early. It's been kind of weird out here the last few months, but yeah, Paul's still out there. He said, "Come say hi." We didn't know it was you. Are you coming to visit?
Yeah, we're gonna stop by. We have some business in the area, and I thought, well, since we got business in the area, I know a place that we could probably hold up for a little bit, maybe sleep in the barn. Get a roof over our head instead of a tent.
Well, yeah. We can go tell Ma. She'll get everything ready. What kind of business is it? Is it monster killing?
I hope not.
Right
now we're just scouting some things out. No, we did. I'll have to tell the story, but we did run into some flying beasties not super long ago.
Oh, you saw them, huh?
Yeah.
Those big old flapping things with the talons and like the lady faces.
Yeah, and the feathers.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was kind of frightening.
Yeah. Y'all got to look out for those. Make sure if you see those, you hide in some shrubberies or tall grass. You don't want them catching sight of you.
Yeah, they're too big. But we have been practicing with our slings. We're getting pretty
That's good.
good.
You might have to, maybe after we get some food, you might show me, I'll set up some targets. I've been practicing with a bow. Y'all know I'm not very good at that, but I've been practicing myself. I might see which one of us might be the best.
Yeah, right. Cousin Goodbean's good at everything.
Yeah. So, where was your mama located at? Is she in the house?
Yeah, she's in the house.
Lamia chuckles at the good at everything part.
Now, that one, if she's wearing the armor, you can practice on her. She is really good at getting hit with stones. I'm joking. Don't do that. She's laughing at me, so I wanted to pick back on. That's my good friend Lamia. I'll introduce everybody more in depth, but that's my friend Lamia. That is my employer and good buddy Eli. And that big guy over there, that's Verbrong. He's another one of my good buddies. I'm going to lean. He might be a little iffy around y'all, but he's friendly enough, all right? He might look maybe a little different, but everybody's a little different.
They both nod. They kind of look up at him. You can see they're looking like chest height, and they sort of squint. Man,
they really gotta. They really gotta.
You forgot
Is
Rahal.
Rahal here?
Yeah, she's with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that scary looking lady. No, I'm joking. And Not to mention our other friend over there, Rahala. She works with us as well. I'm not sure if she's in good buddy territory yet. Oh, I'm just teasing.
I was ready to be offended.
But no, I'll introduce y'all better and
everybody.
like what everybody's what y'all can bother them about their stories later.
Okay. I'm Charlie, and this is Coop.
Nice to meet you too, young gentleman.
Stop. My family.
But
That's one of those things. Like I know I saved these kids. We never named them.
I just made them up just now. Anyway,
Yeah.
so, but they're like, yeah, we'll go tell them all you guys are here. Is this all of you?
Yes. Yep. I might go ahead and get our trusty seeds here put away and watered, maybe dried off the best we can.
Okay, yeah, we'll come help you, but you know where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
They both run inside. Ma, Cousin Goodbean's here. Door, like,
I guess I
doesn't
didn't ask
close
to see
all
if
the
it was
way.
okay. I just kind of like assumed it was okay. You
You
know what
did
I'm
send
thinking
that
about
letter
it.
forever ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they run in. The door doesn't quite close all the way. You can just hear
Ma, Goodbeans are
people talking inside. Yeah. You hear a probably longer conversation that needs to happen going on in there.
But of course.
But it kills.
They're smaller than I thought.
Cousins or people here?
Little ones.
No. Well, they're all little. That's most of my family are these little individuals. Or are you talking about children?
The Charlie and the Coop are between child, maybe.
Yeah, they're not babies, but they're when do growth spurts happen for kids?
You think they're maybe
all
12,
the time.
13?
the entirety of their existence, yeah.
You miss them for a summer and they're a foot taller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like watching a pot, you know? When you watch a kid, they don't grow, but the second you turn around, they like shoot up a foot.
You
Gosh
know
darn it,
they're
I
a
just
year
bought you
apart.
clothes. No.
Yes,
You know
that-
they're a year apart. So Coop's 11 and Charlie's 12.
Okay, cool. Not quite teenagers yet. They're not angsty. They're still.
Yeah. But they're growing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're
They'll
like.
never be angsty. They're Volu.
That doesn't mean anything. Teenagers are
Hey.
teenagers.
There might be a rogue Volu out there, and he's got to be angsty because it's an
It's just
extra word rogue.
It's just a different version of angsty, okay?
Yeah. I'm tired of eating potatoes. I want to eat sweet potatoes. Not in this
Wash your
house.
mouth out.
Oh. I'm a yam man. No. Sorry.
Anyway.
I don't know why it had to be about food. Because they're Volu, I
That's
guess.
the stereotype, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I'll yeah. Farms over that way. No, they're all friendly. I know you can get uncomfortable. So if you want me to tell them to leave you be, I can. They're probably gonna want to hear stories though. That's our form of entertainment, is talking to people who've been out.
No, Varbrong is okay. I mean, I'm fine. We'll manage.
They're probably gonna want to get on your shoulders. You're really tall.
They seem light enough.
How much fall damage will a child take if they fall off the upper brawl?
Probably a D6, if they fall real bad.
Do they have time to think about their mistakes they made?
Right. They fall on their head or something, right? To take damage,
Yeah.
but still.
As long as Brian
big
doesn't have the
enough they're
hacky
not gonna
sack
hurt
reflex,
themselves.
we'll be fine.
Oh my god, no, yeah. Talking about
Well,
punting a 2-liter, a child
For everybody,
is way worse than
hacky
that.
sack reflex is if you drop something, you played hacky sack for too long, and you try and kick it back up to catch it, or like
Anything
whatever.
I've
and you
ever
just,
dropped.
yeah. Now that has saved my phone a couple times. I've caught my phone like on the way down with my foot and has lessened the impact, but still.
Patrick's got a ranch dressing story, and I punted a 2-liter of Sunkist one time.
The ranch dressing was still the worst thing. Still definitely the worst thing. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah.
To the bar.
Ask me about that during a Patreon hangout. I'll tell that story.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Unless I forget, then tell it here one day. But not today. So you guys
At least
head
put
off
it in your
to
notes.
toward the barn. Right. Head off to the barn, like stable area. Get all your aminals put away and made comfy. You do see some of your other. This is a pretty big family out here, so you do see some of the other relatives out there that see you and greet you. We're not gonna name all of them. There's like a dozen.
Fred, George, Steve,
You
Mike.
feel free to name every single one of them. I'm not gonna keep track.
Yeah, I haven't been
So-
keeping track. Every time I say auntie whatever or grandma so and so, there's always another one. It's a big family.
Exactly.
I love
But
when
just over
neighbors
there-
become famous. Somebody tries to make a family tree, and they're like, I don't get it."
Like, right? There's like a dozen just kind of out there over there tending to animals. Some of them just taking a break or doing whatever. They're all very happy to see you. Everyone makes introductions, offers you things, asking you questions. They're just being really polite. And yeah, the two of you that are more familiar with just straight Ulas culture, not like Volu Ulas culture, it's nice. It is a bit exhausting because you still kind of have that thing where you feel obligated to just like engage and like pay attention and address everything everyone's saying, when really like a really short answer will do. Or I mean, we're all Midwesters for the most part here, or at least have been here for a very long time, so we kind of know how it goes. You don't have to go into a full-blown explanation answer to a question and be thorough. Just a small thing will suffice. Or, if someone says, how's the road treating you? You don't have to tell them you ran into harpies, and you don't have to tell them the whole story. You just have to say a little bit more than, it's all right. But you guys don't have that quite yet, so there's like a lot more conversation. They seem to enjoy it. But you find yourself a little bit tired by the time you finally are like, oh my god, I haven't even stabled Nyx yet. We think we've been here for 20 minutes. But
yeah.
Sam, you've already got Ginger put away. You've started like helping, groom some of the other horses and give some feedback about stuff. You've asked about some of the other animals and found out that a bunch of these horses aren't actually theirs. They're just stabled here. They belong to some of the white thrush people out east. And you found out other people, they've all seen the harpies and whatnot, who've thankfully left them alone so far. But that wasn't the first sighting of them. And the other two of you are still answering questions about what kind of food you ate in Shand.
Yeah. And did you record that food? Like, what was in it?
Right.
No reason. Pulls out
Telling you that-
recipe book that's like
Yeah.
a freaking encyclopedia.
Like Lamy, you're probably able to tell them about some of the fancy food you ate when you were on your friend date. And they're like, oh yeah, I heard of that stuff. My grandma's got a recipe for it. It's completely different, and it sounds really good, but also super unhealthy.
One guy paid us a bunch of money for a grape.
Right.
A singular grape.
Sam, you have made a full circuit. You've got some information for free very easily just by being here. And you're able to come back and start helping them stable their animals now that they've completely lost track of time.
Come on, Nyx, let's get you in here. Are you friends? Are you more friends with Ginger, or are you more friends with, what's your horse's name?
Chetla.
Chetla.
Chetla, thank you. gonna say like Chandra or something. I don't know. Are you more of a, do you want to be in between? Do you think, Ginger's too nosy? Fine. I didn't actually cast speak with animals. I'm just talking.
No, but Nix'll just put his head, stick him by Ginger. That's what I got. I rolled a die to pick.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I imagine Lami is kind of keeping her distance a little bit
Yep.
from the actual barn. Yeah.
Yep.
So when you come get Chetla, I imagine there's a bit of relief of like, oh, thank goodness.
Oh, you big stressed out girl. You're fine. Yeah. I got it like, yeah, you're fine.
She's a big horse. Yeah.
Big horse.
She's a big horse. But yeah, so you get that done. By then, the two boys have come back over and said like kind of invite you in and everything, so you can talk to Ma, and that Pop will be back when he's done, but there's really no rush in him. So cool. So you guys head inside. Verbrong opts to go ahead and just stay outside for now. Their house is made for Volu. so even Eli and Lamia, you guys are like, well, Dave, you're having an experience as if you went to Japan, and you're just like, this place is not built for me.
Yeah. Got it. Anytime I've ever been inside an airplane, I got you.
Yeah. And Molly not being a particularly tall person, just imagine if every door was about a foot, like a foot shorter.
No,
every doorway.
I can imagine it pretty well, actually.
Right. So yeah, it is obviously not. It looks like they tried to accommodate for medium-sized creatures. That's why they're not just like small doors. But man, you're having to duck a lot and really watch your head. Actually, how tall is Eli and how tall is Lamia?
That's a great question. It's on my sheet. Let me look.
Lamia is 5'10".
Eli is 6'1".
Yeah, you're both having a lot of trouble.
Same as
there's like some. So Sam, you're having some trouble, but like you're also just more used to.
Yeah,
this is an environment.
Every time I go through a doorway, I kind of like do the head,
yeah, it's basically a free favored terrain.
Yeah, I grew up with this.
Exactly. You and like any demi that you're related to and stuff like that, they're all just used to that because it's more
like going on
the. Like, I have to duck sometimes. Then I
the
have to
train that's at the Omniplex. Sorry, they do holiday tours on the train car that's been in the Omniplex for as long as we've all been alive. And I went through there and I hit my head at least twice.
Yep,
that's an old concussion.
Hit your head a few times in this house, but
yeah,
they do bring out chairs that seem to be big enough to support you, which is nice.
Oh, thank goodness.
They only have the one table, so you can't like scoot all the way under it. You just like sit sort of next to it, and you got to lean over to like it's almost big enough that you can like use it normally, but it's just like a little too cramped.
Got it.
Which for Sam, whether you choose to use a chair or you just sit down and like scoot up to it, it's up to you.
Yeah, I think Sam would have learned a long time ago. Like, yeah, I can get a cushion and I can sit on that cushion to like be at the proper like almost good height to be at this table.
Or I imagine actually they'd probably ask you if you want a chair or a stool, and you see they have like regular sized chairs and they have like the little short stools. And
nice.
The stools are going to be more helpful here, but not comfortable. But either way, they do get you pulled up to the table. However you configure yourself, you decide. And
sitting Betty style.
Who Sam knows as Millie Burtsag, comes out with some bread and butter and stuff for everybody. They don't have like a full dinner or anything ready right now. You can smell really delicious food in the kitchen for sure. But whatever it is isn't done, so the bread will have to do. But she comes out and says, well, yeah, y'all just have a seat. There's plenty of this. We've been baking a lot anyway. I've been working on different recipes, but Sam, I thought you said that there was a gentleman who might be swinging by. You didn't say he was coming to visit. We would have been more prepared for you.
Yeah, sorry. Some plans changed. He kind of got he's a bigger fella, and he got a job bodyguarding a pretty important fella that we were also working for. And we thought he was going to keep heading north-ish, but some things changed, and he decided to hang out with us for a little bit longer. This was kind of some things have happened, and this was kind of a last minute of. Well, I mean, this is have to do with y'all. We're doing some investigating around near that area that opened up recently.
Oh, you mean that god awful place where? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we ran into some fellers that are up to no good dealing with some stuff like that, and we were given some options of sites like that to investigate, and this was one of them. And I was like, well, hell, I already know. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Well, heck, I already know.
I was gonna say, I'm staring a hole in the side of your head, but
you saw like a small frown, but she kind of like suppressed it.
I've been on the road too long. I apologize.
That's all right. We know you're a good boy.
I already know something about that one at least, and I got a good area to stay where we're not having to be in the woods as much. We have a good fallback point if one of us might get hurt or something like that. I mean, I know I don't want to get y'all in any trouble because I know really you're not supposed to be putting your nose in any of that business, but this is these are some dangerous fellers we're trying to interfere. So.
And your family anyway, so.
Yeah. I just want to be honest with you. I didn't want to lie.
Well, of course, and that's because your parents raised you right. But you're always welcome here. We're not gonna. It doesn't matter what you get into. We're not gonna turn you away. I'm just concerned about if y'all going out there where whatever it was you saw was. I mean, if the Order of the White Thrush is out there, it's got to be something. Out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that? Hold on a moment. Is this your boss? Is this Mr. Eli?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'll do the.
He doesn't like the B word.
Yeah, I'll do. Hey, as much as I'm his boss, I like to consider myself more of a friend who secures employment for everybody around me. It's more than I'm in charge of him.
You're allowed to be as many things as you can fit labels on yourself for. I don't mind. Well, either way, I mean, we appreciate you taking care of our kin over there. I mean, he's awful far away from his original home,
No, it's been quite lovely staying there for the while I did. We've done some interesting jobs. I'm sure I'll fill you all in. And I think I wrote a little bit about some of the things I accomplished.
Just a few. We had.
I think I did actually talk about found a grape or whatever.
Yeah.
The grape one sticks out.
The legend
it's about
of the
food.
grape. And because the amount of money we got for a single grape is kind of insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rare. You got to keep some of that adventure and talk out of your letters, though, because you had Milford all thinking he was young again, and he's being brave about nonsense. But he's all right. He'll be done in a few hours. But so if y'all are gonna head over there to the east at some point, are you staying the night or?
Well, it'd be good to get a decent night's rest and then head that way. About how far is the site from the farm? I forget what we said.
It's gonna be maybe 2 hours walk. Less than that if you ride.
Cool.
Well, in that case, would we want to leave our animals here or take our animals with us?
I think leaving our animals here seems sensible to me.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, that was a out of character question to the group. So in character, I could be like, well, we since we're so much closer to it, leaving the animals here would be safer for them. And we got a couple horses, and of course the Ginger. Churhawk will be coming with me. I assume Churhawk's probably in the barn. I have a hawk now. He's a little bit big. He'll be coming with us. He I don't know. I could put him to work in the fields. He can get all the little critters out of there. He'd probably do a good job of it. He might eat some of the corn, though. I wouldn't trust him too much. He's been getting into some weird stuff. I heard of a hawk that eats snails. Yeah.
I imagine he's more interested in the other birds and all the bugs and such out here.
Yeah.
Vermin and the like. There's some out there.
I might put him to work.
We had some cats. We had some cats around here for a while, and then they've all run off. I don't know if it's because of them big ugly bird ladies flying around shrieking. You got to be careful. They'll sing this song that makes you want to go towards them. It's one of those. One of the white thrush came over here and was telling us about some precautions to take and such.
Yeah.
We unfortunately met them already.
Nasty things.
We took out a good number of them, but about the same amount got away, I believe. So, but any amount
from the north.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I had to look at the map.
We were.
Yeah. I'm Shond. Yeah.
That's not good. That they usually were out there over in the eastern area. They hadn't quite crossed on through here, nothing yet. That means either they went on over top of us, or they circled around. But it's like they're moving. I mean, I don't want them here, but I don't know. I just wish somebody would take care of them. Not that I think y'all need to. I think you should do whatever it is you all need to do that's hopefully a little less dangerous.
Well, if we see him again, we'll have to try and take care of him, I'm sure, because, they probably don't like us plenty since we already, had a tussle.
Yeah.
And
you won, it sounds like.
I mean, we're all here, they're not,
yeah.
so.
True.
That's a win in my book.
You all are something special then, because I don't think that's a thing just anybody can do. Even the white thrush is a little bit concerned about how dangerous those are, and y'all are just a little group of people. One of you is dressed all snazzy.
Well, we had Prahala here, so.
To help us with the song thing. And then your boy Sam here, just, he's quite the skillful adventurer. Also, Verbron could pull a bird out of the sky and eat it, probably.
Yeah.
Just like shift eyes to outside to wherever Verbron is, because obviously he ain't fitting in his house.
I think he could uproot an oak if he decided he wanted to.
Hello.
Yeah, he's not fitting in here.
It's like the window opens and it's just his eye. Like, there's a little small creature.
Smell bread. But anyway, well, I mean, I can't be the one to tell you what to do. It's impressive, honestly. Because I remember when you came through here, Sam. It was, I mean, we knew you could deal with things like boars and maybe the occasional wolf or something out there, but you're out here now fighting whatever they're called. I don't remember. But supper will be done here in a couple of hours, maybe an extra one, because I'm going to put on a little bit more, because there's a few of you. I got to get a look at your pal outside. Were you wanting him to stay here, or like you were talking about in the letter, or?
No, I think he's going to be adventuring with us for a while more. I kind of look at Eli, because,
Seems to be.
I think he's got some gainful employment at the moment, so he might be saving up for his trip. Now we do have a special diet for one of our party members.
Lamia looks at you.
Yeah, so don't prepare too much for everybody.
Are they like a vegetarian? Or, I mean, there's lots of...
Kind of like that.
The opposite of that, though.
Yeah. I think we got it covered for one of us at the moment. I just want to say place for you. I don't want you to feel out of place. What?
I just want to make sure we're being accommodating. I mean, we got all sorts of stuff out here now. I mean, unless you're telling me they eat gold or something.
Not gold, not yet. No.
Not yet.
No.
Well, that's an expensive
Speaking of gold,
diet.
I got something to show y'all at dinner for a story.
Oh yeah, we do.
I think I got us. Well, I think it has to go in the office for a bit, but whenever they're done with it, this might be a new heirloom for our family. I don't know. I kind of want to sell it, but I also want to keep it because it's kind of
right.
But yes.
You guys have some bread and stuff. If there's other family members that eventually start kind of piling in and more chatter. But you can break away if you're trying to like have a conversation yourselves or do something while you kind of wait for
chores.
Evening.
Chores must be done.
A lot of chores.
Yeah.
We got chores to do.
Farm. Chores exist.
That's a Batman voice for you.
The chores.
The wood needs to be chopped. Chickens need to be fed. Chickens need to be fed to somebody. No.
I can assist with the choring before dinner. Is what I was gonna say.
I think I was already in the barn, so I might go about like taking, maybe shoveling some in there, or at least getting us a area set up. Is that an all right place for us to hunker down for a while for the night?
In the barn?
Yeah, I know. Like, I know I got. We managed to find room for me here, but when I was here, but we got a group, and we kind of want to.
I mean, yeah, you can. Unfortunately, I don't. We have the couple of little shacks out there we made for when people come through to help out or looking to, apprentice or do whatever that is. But they're full right now, so if the barn would work, we can.
I didn't want to just like.
We could bring you some bedrolls and some blankets and such, or.
One of us has special sleeping arrangements as well, but that they can handle that themselves as well.
We'll take care of it.
Okay, we'll make sure you get some stuff to stay warm out there at least.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to, if you go on out there, just ask them. I mean, I'm sure they got something that they need done. They always got something. Now, two of you, y'all. Sam's family, y'all are guests now, and you two.
Yeah, y'all don't have to help.
You don't have to. Y'all can sit right here and chatter and eat more bread. I'll go get some jam. You don't have to lift a finger. You're guests.
I would get unsettled if I'm not doing something, so I'd be glad to help.
Yeah.
Do we have any of that persimmon
more than happy to help.
Jam left? I mean, asking for a friend.
Yes. Yeah, we had a good harvest this year, actually. It wasn't ours. That orchard across the way, they had it.
Yeah.
And we traded them. We had, you remember those onions we were growing?
Mm-hmm.
I should kind of go on and on about that for a little while. They have some persimmon preserves, actually.
I just wanted to throw something fun out there.
Sounds good, right?
Not many people have had persimmon. Not
here.
Yeah. My dad had a persimmon tree, so it's
I like persimmons.
They're fucking good.
Yeah.
We end up getting a lot more because deer love them.
I guess I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Seed propagation happens with how that works.
Yeah, I haven't had persimmon before.
They sometimes have them in sprouts. sometimes.
They're like, what's the best way to describe them? They're like
Like a
a
I always-
pepper that is also a
An
mango, an apricot,
Yeah.
a mango apricot
Yeah.
pepper thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mango
They're good.
apricot. Yeah,
I always
I was like, it's
imagine
fairly
them as like a cinnamon fruit or something.
they got
oh, not close.
they got big old seeds in them though. That's
Yeah,
They do.
they're-
They do have big seeds.
Mhm. They're good.
Uh.
But anything else while you're here? I mean, I know you go do chores.
yeah.
They're chores. Nothing crazy happens.
No, nothing at the moment. Maybe later. Tell stories. Show off the gold piece.
So, well, you guys manage to either find chores or insist your way into doing some work out there.
Mm-hmm.
Barbarong eventually manages to do the same. Mostly reaching things that are high up and moving things that are heavy. Which are not high up for him, nor heavy for him. So it's very easy work. But yeah, so a few hours pass. Eventually, you see people, start kind of filing in. The main farmhouse is pretty sizable, also. You were just in kind of that front area. When you guys come back in there, you can see they've pushed some other tables together and scoot a bunch more little stools and chairs things up and up to it. There's a pretty huge spread laid out. None of it is this isn't like a huge holiday meal or anything. It's all pretty simple stuff. There's just a lot of it. It smells really good. So by the time you guys come back in, Eli somehow miraculously clean.
Yeah.
The rest of you having to line up outside and take turns cleaning off and getting all the dirt and stuff off yourselves before you head inside. It's loud. I will say it's kind of difficult, especially for the two of you not kind of a part of this culture. It's sort of difficult for you to figure out how to have a conversation in that environment because everyone's talking at once. They're not all talking to each other. There's a lot of people are having a conversation on this little section, but someone will chime in to the one next to them, and then those conversations kind of merge, and then a separate one forms off, and it's this weird, amorphous, moving event while everyone is also eating.
You can accurately describing my family reunion right now. That's 100% what happens.
We'll have to constantly go in and out.
Oh gosh. I will unbutton my waistcoat prior to sitting down because I know I'm going to eat a lot.
Yeah.
Because the noise will be a bit too much for her every once in a while.
I thought you were sneaking handfuls of raw bacon outside.
No, I will be eating the raw bacon tomorrow. I have already ate my rations today.
Oh my gosh.
So you're just eating to be polite now.
Yes.
And it tastes good.
Well,
for everybody else, it tastes good.
Yeah.
It smells good to you.
Yeah.
But it
Doesn't taste as good. Yeah.
But yeah, Sam, you have no problem with this. Just these guys talking, and you're having that conversation. Someone chimes in, you pull them in. Someone else says something, you go over there a little bit. You don't have to leave your seat. It's what it is.
Yeah.
You get to see Milford, the patriarch of the family, Millie and Milford. Obviously, he greets you as well. He asks basically the same question as she did, just in a slightly deeper voice. I imagine you gladly regale him with the same information. But he'll actually tell you and say, yeah, we're not supposed to go out there into the where all the white thrush people are and everything, but they do come through every once in a while. They kind of ask us how we're doing, and last time they showed up was maybe a week ago or so. They came kind of close to dark. It was sort of unusual. They said that there was a little bit more activity going on out there, and they told us that we should probably start going in whenever it was getting dark, a little bit more reliably. Because you know sometimes we'll stay out there and chit chat and walk around and look at the stars and the like. But we haven't been doing it as of late because stuff likes to fly around out here, and apparently there's something else going on they didn't want to talk about. But if you're going to go out there and investigate, the gentleman that we speak with normally, his name is shit, hold on.
I was like, typing.
I realized I fucking closed the sheet that had all the names on it.
White Thrush Man. White Thrush Man.
There it is. Okay, where's this dude?
Yeah, no, we fought troglodytes. No, it's not just an insult. I thought the same thing. I was like, that's an awful thing to call those fellers, but no, it's pretty spot on. They smell real bad.
Oh wow! No,
You even have a potion.
Absolutely
A potion of their
atrocious.
smell, essentially.
Yep.
it's not a potion.
That's
It's
true, but it's a
just
glass
a
full
bottle
of their
It's
smell.
Awful things.
It's a stink potion. Full
His
stink.
name is Takano.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Mm.
and yeah, he's usually the one that comes out. He's very polite, kind of a younger fella. I don't know what the white thrush ranks and stuff are, but he's kind of fresh faced and but real friendly. He's been kind to us out here, and sometimes we feed him because he's a little skinny, but he should be out there somewhere. I hope he's okay.
I hope so too. Yeah.
But all right. When are y'all gonna be leaving? You think?
Eli?
Well, I mean, we were going to go investigate in the morning. I don't know when we're actually going to take our stuff and leave though. But we probably won't be here terribly long.
I mean, I don't
We
mind just seeing if we need to clear a little bit more space or something.
I mean, we've been staying in barns pretty regularly, actually. So that's not too bad.
That's pretty normal at this point.
Yeah, well, we want to provide an environment a little bit better than not bad, right? I mean, we came all the way out here.
Yeah. Well, we got
So-
the tents of our own and stuff like that. So, maybe we can move some hay around and set a tent up on it and have a nice cushy little room.
Mm.
Room within a
I'm
room
sure you
almost.
I'm sure you could make do, but I just figure it'd be nice to sleep in a bed, especially when you're not out on the road and that kind of thing. But all right. If you're gonna take a look in the morning, then there's a couple of ways you can have an alarm out here. I don't know how early y'all tend to wake up, but there are a couple of roosters. One of them is wild. As a warning, I got no control over old Bobby out there. He's just doing his thing. But ours here, Cletus, is he's fine. So he'll wake you up if you let him.
I'm sure they will. As soon as that sun cracks open.
Just don't shoot him. I mean, I've been tempted. Some days you really want to sleep in, but just...
I will. Be sure to warn Sherlock, my hawk, not to have any, extra food. He does. He's getting a little pudgy for a hawk. It's all that bread I've been feeding him, I think.
I didn't even know hawks like bread like that. But
I didn't
Okay.
know either, but hey,
I mean, it is good stuff. But okay. Anyway, show me that coin again. I had
Yeah.
some questions.
yeah. Good.
I have some questions too. Good lord.
Cups on the table go. Yeah, no, we talked to a gentleman about it, and my buddy Miles, I just kind of recite off some. It was actually a lot.
He doesn't know anything. He's just interested. But okay, so you guys have a pretty nice evening there. Lamia, why are you frowning? Molly,
Why did you eat poor Bobby?
Why did you eat the rooster? No.
He was wild. No.
You know why I might be frowning.
I don't understand. It's your turn to play, okay?
Sure.
This is a turn-based game? No.
Sometimes.
When do I get my limit break? No.
It's still a very nice evening, even though you can't quite taste the food.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't numb to the atmosphere of familial closeness. It might even make you a little bit homesick. It's a slightly different culture to what you're used to, but there is a similarity between them because you are still from both the Ula's culture.
Yeah.
Whatever you've had, like different parts of the family come over and that kind of thing. It starts to feel a bit more familiar the longer you're in it, even though there's like all the crosstalk and stuff. And you kind of start to get used to it. Like, okay, it's not that bad. They're just louder than I expected them to be for small creatures. But you start to kind of get used to it. Anyway, nothing else crazy happens that night, except Eli.
Saw that except coming.
Maybe.
Before that, is there moonlight?
Yes, there is.
Moonlight.
Yeah, I want to make sure I stand out there for a bit.
Trying to heal up.
Yup.
How many hit points are you missing?
Sorry, give me a second. It was 48 out of 64, so let me do actual math.
That doesn't take you too long.
16 HP.
That does not take that long.
Okay.
Less than a minute.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I did that before whatever happens to Eli happens to Eli.
So Eli, what I need from you is a will save.
Okay. I got one of those that I can do. There's 21.
As you're sleeping, you become... There's this moment of lucidity. You're not dreaming. You're just lying there, but you wake up, don't quite open your eyes yet. There's just that slow realization of like, I'm waking up, but I'm still really tired. What's going on? So when you do open your eyes, your dark vision kind of kicks in. As you look around for a moment, you see everything still seems normal. You can see where your allies are asleep. You see some of the like animals and things in their stalls resting. It is very quiet, other than the sound of like some crickets in the distance and that sort of deal. You notice what woke you up. It's a sensation of something like pressure, kind of on the back of your neck.
Okay.
Kind of feels like a grip. It's not tight. It's just enough that it's like there's like a presence. When you notice it, you almost like kind of jump like, oh, okay. You can tell it's not real. It's this like lingering sense of like an approach of just the briefest of contact. Cold, void, heatless contact. It reminds you of the instant after the discharge of magic in your master's manor. That moment whenever it was all done, where it seemed like there was no air in the room for a split second. That chill. It wasn't like being outside in winter, it was different. It reminds you of that.
Okay.
You You feel like the hair on your neck stand up for a second, and as all that information seems to settle in, you kind of internalize it. It finally fades.
I mean, I'll sit up and look around, but obviously nothing's different, right? It's just, well, that's probably bad. I'm gonna check the amulet thing that I got from Clint and see if it's like active or anything. Like if there's anything weird going on with it.
Take the brooch out and kind of feel it. It feels warm. Like a lot warmer than it did, like slightly warmer than you'd imagine it'd be if you were like laying on it and it just heated up from body heat.
Mm-hmm.
Not hot to the touch, but it could, you think it like was on the way there. But it seems to be rapidly cooling now.
Okay. I will get up and just take a short walk around before I try and go back to sleep.
When you return, it's up to you two if either of you would have woken up when he got up and walked around. I'm not going to make you roll a check.
Well, since there's moonlight out, I would have only slept for 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
So I probably would have been up and walked after him.
Yeah. This would be happening probably around like 2 or 3 a.m.
What's up, Eli?
Weird dreamy feelings. Doesn't seem to be anything happening, so that's good. But maybe it was supposed to be something. But just figured I'd get around, shake it off, go back to bed.
All right, fair enough.
So, the wolf thing? Was
No, there's
What?
no wolves. Go back to bed, Sam.
yeah. I pull the hay sheet over me. Fucking cartoon.
Just like stick yourself into a hay bale. Just
The itchiest sleeping bag ever. Oof. Hay doesn't smell good either. At least I don't like the smell. But anyway.
It's mildewy.
not when it's
definitely
wet.
bad.
Yeah, not when it's wet. That's for sure.
Oh god. Anyway, but yeah. Cool. So you get back and Rahal also kind of woke up, but once you guys both get back and you just go back to bed, she goes back to sleep. Cool.
Okay.
Morning arrives. There's a loud ass rooster followed by another rooster that seems like it's competing with the first rooster.
Actually, Patrick, since I'll have been up during the night, I kind of want to see if I keep an eye out for specifically creatures that may be flitting around the farm.
Yeah. Use perception, please.
Okay.
Or
Because of the warning from the white thrush, so I just want to do that.
No, that's conspiracy stuff. That's them telling you there's a gas leak when really they're doing alien research over there.
I mean, that might be the case, but that's what Lamia
There's
wanted.
creatures about. You should stay inside.
Alien research is like, there's like a dead zebra and they're like, it's a weird horse. It doesn't taste good. Like, what do we do? Anyways, but yeah, 16, you do not see anything strange. You see what you're pretty sure are night birds, like an owl or something out there. It's close enough that you're pretty sure the size of it is not that of the harpies.
Okay, cool.
So nothing you recognize is like alarming. But yeah, then morning comes. You hear the roosters. They seem to have dueling fucking caws. It goes on not for like super. It goes on long enough that it's fucking annoying, but not so long that you're like, that needs to stop, right? Just like a few minutes, and then it's finally done.
All right. Before we head out, let me get this corner of the barn. Excuse me, don't look at me. And Lamia's gonna eat her boar ration.
If I make the rooster blind, will it still know if it's sunrise?
That is a good question.
I'm just thinking for tomorrow. I'm just planning.
That's I don't really think we should do that because sight is one of those things that prevents prey from being preyed upon.
I'll unblind it once we're away. I wasn't gonna keep it that way.
But that is, those falconers have those hoods. I wonder if you could just on a rooster.
We'll call it the snooze button. It'll work great.
I did have an idea of can I reach up and tap the rooster on the head?
Like shush, Bob.
He's not next to you, but
I know.
Yeah. Sherlock probably stayed on top of the barn or something, right?
Yeah. And he probably stayed in the barn because owls are assholes at night. to non-night seeing birds.
That's true. Probably stayed in the upper rafters of it or something.
Yeah.
Just somewhere up high, since he doesn't usually get to sleep up high.
And don't poop on us. That would be mean.
If I wake up covered in bird doo-doo, I'm going to be very upset. We'll be very cross
you'd have a
with
spell.
everyone here. It's a principle of the thing.
It'd be all around you. But anyway, sorry, you were saying, Molly?
So do you guys want to eat breakfast and then get going, or are we doing that at nighttime where I guess we might less likely be spotted?
Oh, no, the plan was to go in the morning. No worries about being spotted.
I mean, we're spotted. Eli could just lie. It's in his name. Eli.
I'm going to choose not to be offended. We're going to go have breakfast.
I'm just being the Sam old.
So you have breakfast.
I'm going to go eat breakfast.
I'm going to go eat breakfast. Yeah, it's very tasty breakfast. There's definitely some flapjacks and probably some grits because they have corn.
Grits.
I would say it's a lot of breakfast stuff, but you get to try those persimmon preserves.
Yeah.
And Millie will come and bring you a jar of those as well when you guys are about to head out with a little. She packs you a little bitty thing of some other biscuits and some bread and some butter and some other stuff in there that you guys can enjoy. Depending, because she doesn't know how long you're gonna be gone. You might want to have lunch out there.
Yeah.
So
I think last time I was out that way, I found some spring onions. I might check out that area again, see if they're still around. I don't. Those things just crop up wherever.
Yeah. One of the other candidates was they're still out there. I saw them. I just haven't been picking them, been letting them grow. But you can have some. They're not mine.
Yeah. It's nature's.
Yep. Straight from Mr. Guy.
It's not exactly a ration. It's
some onions.
Yeah. It's something for nutrients on top of other stuff. If you'll allow me that, I probably found something a long time ago.
yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. But cool, yeah. So you have your Volu goodbye, even though you're probably going to be back today.
Well, gotta head out.
Gotta. The hands on the knees.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are headed out. If any of you get stuck, eventually Milford will help us. She's like, would you just let them go? You're able to get out of there. So yeah, it's only about 2 hours or so walk to the east. Let's see, y'all. Is that on the map? It is not on the map. Hold on.
I think the nice thing about this is that pretty much all this used to be part of the good Burt Sag farm. So
Mhm.
there's probably still some decent trails and the like. I don't know how much we want to stick on those if we're trying to avoid people, but
I mean, I'm not too worried about there being a lot of people out here since they said the white thrush were busy. And I imagine most people want to steer clear of this who aren't part of that. So
yeah.
I think we'll be all right.
I doubt they left it completely unguarded, though.
We just get careful when we get close. I don't think they're going to be wandering around the woods around it or the surrounding area.
Excuse
You
me.
don't think? What are the chances you think them Modric
Oh, section
spent some?
northeast.
That's what I'm more worried about is running into somebody hired by Modric to be here than I am worried about the white thrush, to be honest. But, nah, man, we're going to run into them one way or the other at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, we find them. I'm more willing to put a whoop on them if they're this close to the farm.
No,
That's
we'll
why.
probably need to do that anyways. It's not like they're out here to be our friends, so
Well, the people they've hired and employed so far are not the best to
Yeah.
have around good folk.
Had to adjust the placement of it because I realized it's not the place it was supposed to be because I never locked it to its spot. So now it's where it should be.
A little bit more Eastern.
It was supposed to be a little bit closer and a little bit more east, not just like northeast. Cool. Anyway, so you guys make your way that direction. So did I hear that are you trying not to be seen, or are you trying to find the white thrush people to talk to them?
we are not like we're just kind of walking for the first bit. When we get close, we're going to start to be sneakier because we don't want to have to run into anybody because we're not sure if Hearth Modric people are going to be in the area. So when we get closer, we're going to start to sneak around. We're going to try and avoid just walking into, some bandits or mercenaries or whoever.
Yeah, we
So
do
you
know.
need me to take off my armor.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I think we'd rather have you armored up. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't make terrible noise. I mean, you're not like they're hearing you from thousands of feet away.
Yeah. If we get where
Now, when the
there's
sun
gonna be
does come
people,
by and hits you at the right angle, you can kind of send off a beam.
you'll
but-
just stay put, and we'll sneak about if necessary.
All right, that'll work.
Should
Yeah, if we do meet the right
Wrong.
thrush, we do know.
stay put also.
Yeah,
Tucanos.
well, if we need to start sneaking, Vibrong will stay with you, because you're a little hard to hide, pal.
He nods.
We gotta get you a big gray cloak so you can hide as a boulder.
It's not a
you have-
boulder, it's a rock. Anyways,
Did you ask Rahala to go with you, or did you want her to stay back at the farm?
So you interested in Sam? Do you think you might marry him? Like-
coming with us is
coming
probably a
with us.
better idea.
Unless she wants to be some
Anyways,
Are you single?
because she's the only person who has any form of healing magic at all. So,
Okay, so she's with you also. She's also going to stay behind. She's
that's
kind
probably
of
smart.
stealthy, but it's not like her forte.
It's still probably smart. Sam and I can do the reconnaissance.
Okay. So you guys eventually hit trees again. And Sam, there's there's kind of a passage through here. There was some farmland that was kind of just in the woods as well. Some clearings and things that were being utilized. But as well as they had some, not like a true orchard, but they did have some fruit-bearing trees and things they were cultivating out that direction. But it is still considered a forest. About that point is where you, I'm imagining, start being kind of stealthy because you don't know, like if the white thrush is out here stationed, they're gonna have to have a pretty big camp, even if there's not a ton of them. Because it's like a semi-permanent settlement unless they just come and go. You don't really know how they operate.
Right.
So give me stealth check, you two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stealth check.
Prior to any sneaking, I will just also use penumbra to make sure I am in shadow, so I get my bonus for being in the shadow.
Yeah, you said forest, so.
Yes.
Whoa, not 33. Jesus, I only get +3. There we go.
Nice. Okay. So you guys begin to move quite a bit more careful. Obviously slows you down as well, but just creeping through the trees. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of moving, hoping you can run into the temple area without being seen?
I mean, I would be looking for a camp if there is one, so we know what to avoid. And then would also obviously be looking for the temple. But those are the only things I'm specifically keeping an eye out for.
If these guys have been out here for any decent amount of time and they're patrolling often, there should be well-worn tracks by now, like deer tracks or deer paths through woods and stuff like that. So maybe something like that.
Just looking for tracks, evidence of
evidence of well-worn.
I forgot to boot that. Sorry.
Good.
For good
Shut
habits,
it.
making sure I have my boot stuff.
Yeah. Get your
So for
boots
Eli,
in.
I'm going to need perception, and then for Sam, I need survival.
Survival.
Eli, there's too many fucking bugs out here. Sam, Eli's attracting all the bugs. So you're free to search.
Yep, you're you don't have a spell for that one, do you?
For bugs? No.
I wonder if you let like all of them like critters land on you and then you do that clean spell, do they like off?
Yeah, and then they come right back. They show back up. It's like smack, smack. Ow, that one moved. It's just like hit myself.
Let's see if
in
we
the
have any.
face.
Maybe get some citrus fruit. We can rub you down with some citrus fruit when we get back. They seem to hate that stuff.
But you definitely find evidence pretty easily of of some people that have traveled through here a lot. You can definitely see that there is some occasional foot traffic kind of down this path toward the farm. Like they were saying that somebody keeps coming to check on them, that kind of thing, ever so often. But yeah, you find a lot. It doesn't look like they're trying to keep their tracks covered at all.
Yeah. Why would you? You know.
I mean, in general, it's probably better that people kind of know that they're there, right? So.
And we got unmarked, white thrush vehicles pulling people over for speeding. you know.
But yeah, you definitely find them. You're pretty sure you could track them. You could find the camp.
Well, I could probably lead us to the camp. I could follow this trail. You want to do that, or you want to head? Try
Yeah, let's find the
Just
camp so we
avoid.
know where to avoid, right? I don't want to just walk up in there. Or if we do get into some trouble, we know where to run to.
Yeah.
Also, we
Also,
need to make sure it's the white thrush people and not like somebody the half Modric hired.
True. Also, if we find the camp, we might be able to find more trails, because if they're investigating this temple, they're probably going to be headed there as well. So we might be able to figure out, this leads that way. So yeah,
Right.
they probably didn't set up too far away from it.
I imagine they're pretty close too.
Yeah.
So sounds like a plan to me, mate.
All right. Sneak. The crosshair goes to the eye.
toe. Lots of heel toe. So we don't crunch up the ground too much.
Back to stealthing. Okay, so you try to go see if you can get eyes on the camp. So you're pretty easily able to follow the tracks. About, say, maybe 15 minutes or so pass along that trail. You still have, because you're having to move quite a bit slower, you've got a ways to go before you would reach where that actual temple is. You do see something that's a bit alarming. You can't. There's enough like kind of prints and things that it's hard to tell like the speed or mode of movement that they were doing through here. It's actually a little too much to be able to tell the difference. But you can tell by the foliage around the trail you're following. You see several snapped branches and some like gouged like scuffs and things like off of shrubbery. It looks like someone moved through here very quickly, like in a big hurry. You don't see any blood or anything like that, but somebody definitely like ran full out through this area, and it's not like conducive to that. It's kind of got like vegetation everywhere. You shouldn't really be sprinting; you'll get smacked with stuff. I'm assuming you keep traveling at that point.
Yeah. Oh, I will recite that back. I assume we both see it, but yeah.
No, this is you seeing it for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't read the trees, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm not the Lorax.
I read for the trees. They like fantasy novels and things about water. Waterworld is really their biggest thing. Yeah, I will mention that. Yeah, it looks like they weren't too careful moving through here. Kind of went with more speed than carefulness.
Well, that's probably a bad sign.
Yeah. Could mean anything, but
Hitting me about.
Check.
yeah.
As you continue on. Fuck, where'd it go? There it is.
Excuse me.
Nope. Okay. So you continue down. You can still see that there's more evidence of this, whatever this hurry was. Sam, you're becoming more and more certain that this was maybe 2 medium creatures moving through here at a high speed, just by like the height of what's being disturbed and like how far away the damage is. That'd be your guess. You definitely don't think it was an animal. Like this was a humanoid, or 2 humanoids. You don't get eyes on the camp. You hear something. Give me perception, Sam. You can roll another one.
Okay, cool.
It's for a
I will.
This is a different thing.
Oh, it was slightly better.
Well, some of the bugs have finally left you alone.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, as you're walking, you're just like having to shield yourself from all like the little small branches and things that are your height but not Sam's height. So you're still a bit distracted. So you don't pick up anything when you hear Sam go shh and listens. You hear voices up ahead, Sam. They're not. It don't sound like they're close necessarily. It's that they're being loud. You don't understand the language they're speaking. It's not Ulu. Something else. Something is shouting, and other things seem to be replying to the shout. Its voice is gruff like this, but you don't understand its words. And you hear wing beats. You're like scraping, scratching, well, cracking, because it's too loud to be like a twig snapping. It's sort of gouging into wood from far away as you're listening. You also notice, other than that, it's really fucking quiet. You don't hear bugs, you don't hear birds. And it seemed like you didn't quite notice it before because you were still occasionally hearing things, but it's like the closer you get, the less you're hearing any of the wildlife. whatever's up ahead, you're reasonably certain, probably not people. We're gonna go ahead and take a break here.
Break.
Right.
Mini cliffhanger.
See you guys at what, 9?
Yeah, we'll just do 9. It's slightly shorter than our
9.
usual break, but that'll do.
Yep.
Away! We are face live.
Eating
Fuck.
a bunch
I
of
waited
carrots
until
at
we're
work.
face live.
Where I was like just eating
Oh,
carrots,
God.
and I kept having that thing where the rest of the day I would be like doing something, and like a little piece of carrot would come out because they just get stuck,
Mhm.
wherever. So I'd just be talking about carrots like for the entirety of the day. It's like, this is why you don't
Did
eat
just
carrots for
spawn
breakfast.
a carrot? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whole carrot,
Yes.
like Spike with the hot dog. Just,
No, a hot dog.
"Well,
Hot
hot
dog."
dog. Yeah. I do it with
When I bought that Gundam Wall Scroll, there was a Bebop one. I was like, oh man, I am an old anime person now, or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were
This
raised
goes into
on
that whole,
Toonami
right,
and
like-
Adult Swim. Okay, like
Patrick,
Yeah.
nobody is who they're supposed to be.
Oh, what'd you guys do?
we moved
We all-
around,
Turn off our
apparently.
camera.
We
Yeah,
played
stop.
musical chairs. I ran over to Panda's house. Panda went to Molly's house. Molly came here.
For fuck's sake.
So.
Nope.
Panda's me now. Okay, Panda's Panda now. I'm Molly.
It's fixed.
Is it?
It doesn't move in a sensible way.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, if
we
you
were
guys
just
are watching
waiting
the
on the
stream, it's
delay.
delayed. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just watching the delay. No, we're all the correct peoples now. As correct as we're gonna be.
Ridiculous. So,
That was gonna be
Yeah.
a new subject.
you,
for
you see bad shit or hear bad shit.
Sam is stuffing a piece of cheese in my mouth. Still having them. Your wing beats and
Could we like go get the others then?
I would.
It's probably good then. I will.
There's probably
sneak
something
until
bad
I can-
happening. I'd
use
rather not
message.
fight it on my own. Yeah.
Yeah, I will sneak away far enough till I'm like within message range of everybody, so I don't have to run up to everyone.
Okay.
Which is
Who do you message
170
first?
feet. Oh, Lamia.
Okay. You have to point at them, so.
Yep.
So you, and yeah.
Tree
you
line.
Get what
Yeah,
message?
Basically. Yeah, I'm just saying. We found a fight or something. Just, come on, don't worry about sneaking.
Okay. Lamia will say, "Oh, there's a fight. We gotta go," and rush forward.
Which kind of we do you mean? As Rahala is following.
I mean, Eli said, "Let's go."
Once everybody gets close enough, I'll kind of fill them in, and then I'll be like, okay, so
Right here in the woods, my man.
we're gonna go close to where Sam is. Sam and I might try and stay as stealth as we can to get closer, but we want you guys to not be super far away in case this is like the harpies or something. He said he heard wing beats and shouting, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Like I couldn't understand. They're like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is.
Actually, I know a guy that
The
sounds like
harpy
that. He played the
did-
banjo.
The harpies did speak in Ulis.
Right,
That's
I
why you-
I
It
remember
was a
that.
rough voice.
But yeah, they could also have another language that they speak when they're not addressing us, for all we know.
Mhm.
Could be anything. It could be a winged serpent. It could be a chimera. It could be a boat. A flying
That's
boat.
Okay, then go.
I don't know
going?
what one of those things is.
A flying boat or a chimera.
Yeah, that one.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all right.
Damn it, Harley, hold on.
Yes.
Or a manticore. Do you know what a manticore
do.
is? I don't even think I know what a manticore
I don't
is
think I
in
know what a
game.
manticore is.
I think you're more, I say more likely Oh yeah. Well, I would say
Depends on how magical
three
of the
us,
beast it is.
Where you are, you would have been more likely to probably run into one because of where you live. But other than because Roroa's crazy. Like anything that's crazy like that, I'd be like, if we're gonna see it, it'd be in Roroa, and none of us have been there, so.
Nope. But cool. So what is your plan of procedure?
So I gathered them. Sam was gonna wait, I think, by the area without tilting them off. I'm gonna lead them back to where Sam is, and he and I will try and stay as hidden as possible, and hopefully the rest of them can not just immediately barge in. But then we'll approach the camp. Sam and I will approach the camp hidden, right? Well, they are close to us, so that way we don't have to go get them if a fight starts. They'll be within shout range if we're in a fight.
Because me being on the front line never ends badly.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I lived, bitch.
Yeah, Samuel, I lived, bitch, good bean.
Okay, so how far back are you guys trying to stay from Eli and them, Lamia?
Quarter of a soccer field.
I guess
It's a pitch, mate.
30 feet, maybe 60.
60 feet?
Well, let's do 45. Cut the difference.
So you say 45 feet away. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay. Alright, so you guys wait for them to kind of catch up, and then you start stealthing your way forward. Go ahead and reroll your stealth checks, please.
Go. Will do. Gonna boop and boop. So I get my +3.
I need these to be higher than 10. Well, the last couples have been less than 10.
Yeah. There we go.
Ah!
So, as you guys are getting closer, you can still hear this, whatever that voice is, just and some other responses to it. Doesn't sound familiar in the least. You hear the gouging of something in wood again. You get close enough that you can hear that it's coming from above. The closer you get, the less like the harpies these things sound. The voices are deeper. The sound of those wing beats feels heavier. You're not sure what it is. You don't get sight of them just yet. You're still just moving through trees, shrubbery. You can just hear it ahead. As you're getting to the point where you're gonna try to move some of the shrubbery, kind of look through it and see if you can actually spot anything before you move ahead. Sam, you step on something that cracks. Maybe a nut or a seed or something that was just underfoot. Just kind of a sharp sound. You freeze, you can lower yourself, and you can hear up ahead. You hear the sound of several things moving at once. It's just like whooshing noises. And then you hear something. There's a long pause, and you hear something else speak in a more hushed tone. And then several flaps of wings, like the sound of something pushing off, and then off into the distance until it's quiet.
I don't know if that came through, but
I heard a
yeah.
groan.
This is me going, basically, but, I'm gonna poke my head out. I hope I don't lose it. Like reverse Homer me.
The reverse Homer.
Peer out through the vegetation and stuff. You can see there's still a little bit to go before it kind of clears out, and you can see that there's a bit of a clearing and what looks like the remains of a camp, or like a part of a camp. 8 tents, all of them have been torn apart, and whatever things inside of them have been scattered. You see like ripped up bedrolls and blankets, maybe some parts of some rations, snapped bows and arrows have been just strewn across this little section of camp. Looks like there was maybe a like fire pit that was set up. That has been dismantled. Not in like a measured way, not like somebody went and took it apart. Like something kicked it and like smashed it and kicked everything all over the place. You can see inside one of the like mostly collapsed tents. You can see what looks like a Vishkanya male is like slumped inside of it. You see that there's just a bunch of blood stains all around them.
Yeah, shit.
You don't get like a full view of them. You can just definitely see like somebody slumped into it.
Eli, get Rahala. I see somebody that's either hurt or dead in a camp up ahead. It's torn to pieces.
I will cast message and point at Rahala where I left her. If I can, I'll scoot back if I need to get closer. I don't know exactly how far she is, but
45 feet
and,
apparently.
Yeah, tell her if she can try and sneak up to where we are.
I'm gonna move up. Gets better, but I'm gonna try and get to this guy who's slumped.
I'm going to watch as soon as he does that. I'm going to stick my head out too and watch, because my thought is that this is potentially bait.
Yeah,
so
it's working.
That's why I'm ready. I'm using you as bait against their bait. We're counter baiting the bait.
Okay. Counter baiting. Is that what the kids are calling it now?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
I tricked you. No, I tricked you because I knew I was being tricked.
Trust no one, not even yourself, meme.
So, Eli, I need another perception from you, please.
Okie doke.
It was all bait
You're
this
playing
whole
this
time. Always has been.
Always has been.
Right.
Did you ask me to roll? Sorry, was it just him?
Nope, just Eli.
Womp womp womp. Wow. I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 1 for perception so far tonight.
Yep.
Eli is first place for snail.
He's really going for it.
We haven't had a snail description in a while. I don't know if you want to or not.
Yeah, I will in a second, because it's not in combat. I'm just trying to fix a thing real quick. Oop. Can somebody roll me a d8 real quick, also?
Yes, sir. Rolled.
I forgot to level Rahala up after that last encounter.
Hey, my D8 roll was the same as my perception roll.
It was.
That's fucking sad.
But
bro.
hey, at least that's good on a D8.
I'm gonna roll a
It is good.
d6 real quick, no reason.
You're just trying to match my perception roll?
Okay, no. I just wanted to see if we got triple.
Triple sixes.
Yeah.
So I can see the freaking corner of the screen. Okay, so Rahala's going to stealth up also. And rolls a nat 20.
Gangbusters.
That's 2 nat 20s I rolled in a row
Let's
now.
go.
Yep, shooting.
Let's go.
But it's also a benefit to us and a negative to us. Crazy how that works. Yeah.
So yeah, she makes it to you for sure. And yeah, Eli, you don't see anything out of place in particular. But she'll come up to you, Eli, and stay behind for now while Sam, you creep forward. When you get close enough to like get a good look at the guy, you can see that this guy has been mutilated.
Yeah. All right.
It looks like the chest has been like ripped out, like opened, something actually separated, like the sternum and everything, like separated the ribs, gouged out through like the entrails and everything. So they're kind of spilled out on the opposite side of him where you couldn't see from the other side.
I'm not a doctor, but I think he's dead.
Which is
Oh my
bad.
God,
That's,
is he dead?
that's like, okay, he's definitely fucking dead. He's not breathing either. But you can also see that it looks like his eyes have been taken out, his ears, and several of his teeth.
Gross.
Which, I mean, he's Vishkanya, so his blood is toxic. So whatever did this is either very careful, very determined, very stupid, or resistant to this. They could have been another Vishkanya even. But,
Or all four.
right.
He's confa stupid immune.
Yeah, that.
But it looks like in his right hand, he has like a death grip on a broken bow.
Broken bow?
Bow, yeah.
Bow, okay.
Like an Ulu recurve.
They said bone for a second. I was like,
Nah,
Yeah.
like the town in Oklahoma.
oh yeah. Broken arrow? No,
I mean, that's one of them.
It's one of them, yeah.
Not the one I was talking about.
we got all the
but
broke shit. No,
So you see that, and then worse news, when you get over there, you can see that underneath like the collapsed like tent material and stuff behind that guy is another corpse. That's sort
Keep
of
going.
buried in the stuff.
well, unless he's towards me and obviously dead, but if he's like questionable, I'm gonna go.
I'll say corpse.
Yeah.
For sure. Look, this one looks demi, but it looks like they've gotten a pretty similar treatment.
Okay.
The killing blow looks like it was their throat. Something cut right through it, nearly decapitated them.
Could I tell if this was what kind of thing did this? Like a stroke, like claw or sword or other?
I'd say you could try. Are you trained in heal?
I believe I am. Let me double check. So I think I took it. Yes, I did. I think this is what happened with Dave's friend that was dead, but not actually dead.
Yeah. So I'll actually have you do we'll do heal and then survival.
Not great.
13. All right.
And survival.
Yes.
Forest? Question mark.
I don't think it counts
Or
for
d-
this.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, that's a good question. 26. Okay, that's a damn good roll.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, give me a knowledge nature, please.
Nator. Forest also probably don't matter, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you feel very confident that this was the work of something with claws. At least that first one, you can tell something with claws gouged into this guy's chest and like abdomen, and then punctured it and ripped the ribs and stuff apart. You definitely see like the clear like nicks and things of pretty sizable claws, and they've like nicked bone, sheared through some of them. Whatever this thing is pretty. It's pretty physically strong. I mean, it's not like it's not like the most. It doesn't have to be the most mighty thing in the world to do this, but whatever it is, it's pretty physically strong. And you can tell on the other person, however, with the like throat ripped open. At like first glance, it looks like just like a clean clean slash. Clean is probably not the best word, but like a swipe.
Yeah.
But when you're kind of examining it, you can tell that this actually has bite marks. So something clamped down and
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just skitter scurry my way back.
The follow-up question is, how closely are you examining that second corpse? Do you actually like kind of pull it out of the tarp material that's underneath, or do you just examine the wound and move on?
I mean, I guess there could be more stuff under the tarp. I might as well lift it up and see if I can
Lift up, and you see he has some kind of gut wound. With your roll, it looks like from a horn.
I mean, there's a whole
It's
bunch
not
of
a
shit going
spear.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a spear wound at all. That's like somebody
Okay.
got gored by a bull or something. Like not nothing as big as a bull, but that same kind of. You can just tell from like the way that the wound is, how it digs in and kind of gouges upward.
Do I know what a rhino is? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. You might
How
know.
fanciful are rhinos in the fantasy universe? No,
They're just big, thickum unicorns, man.
yeah, but no, this
You
idea.
probably know what a rhino is.
Yeah.
You may not have necessarily seen one, but like you know what it is.
Look out. Sorry, this happened to y'all. Do these guys appear to be wearing white thrush stuff?
Never seen.
Have we
one
seen
before.
white thrush people?
Nope.
Not.
Okay.
Never seen them.
No.
Their garb is all red now.
Red
and brown.
I scurry back now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Yeah.
You make it back.
Yeah. No, they're dead.
Are they white thrush? Do you know?
Red thrush maybe. Yeah. Whatever got him, I couldn't tell on that first guy. He's disemboweled. Something clawed him right open, ripped him open. Next guy got something bit his throat out, and it looks like pierced him in the gut with like some kind of horn, maybe. I don't know anything. Clawed, horned, sharp-toothed thing. I guess it could have been like, maybe not a horn, but like a porcupine quill. There's other things that have spikes, but aren't necessarily horns.
But not like a weapon. You think
No.
it was some kind of natural.
These all looked, from whatever it was damn strong.
Okay.
And that's two dead. I didn't see anybody on that quick little venture. What was that thing clawing on? I'm gonna.
So you kind of look
Oh,
around
is
the area trying to find stuff. Give me a quick
Like,
perception, please.
It definitely sounded like he was clawing on something. Sorry, Rahal, for pulling me over here. Forrest?
Yep, applies.
Hey, not bad.
You spot it pretty easily now that you know what you're looking for. You see about 20 feet up on some of the bigger trees over here. You definitely see what looks like some like claw, like scrape, dig in type marks. Like something like sunk claws into it was hanging or like perched on the side of a trunk of a tree.
Don't like this.
You see
Winged.
that 3 times.
Winged, clawed, canined, horned animals.
I mean, does it look like it could have been the harpies or something similar? Maybe
Far
a bigger
too
version.
far too large.
That's what I'm saying, like a bigger version of these
I mean-
creatures that we haven't run into.
Like an elephant harpy? I don't like.
It doesn't seem like they were elephant sized, but
Okay. Well, you said 20 feet. I don't know how big. I don't know.
20 feet up, yeah.
Yeah,
Which
20
also had wings.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Like.
Yeah. So whatever it is can fly.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
we need to avoid clearings then.
Yeah, definitely. Do we want to try and look through this area, or do we just want to move on?
I would like to look through this area, but I also they were just here. I don't want to like chance getting spotted being out in the open too long, muddling through stuff. If we don't have to, I'd rather just try and make our way to the temple.
I can send Sherlock out, but
Well, I'd rather not something be flying either.
yeah.
Right? It's easy for them to spot if they're also flying.
Hey,
But-
Lamia, also give me a perception, please. You guys go ahead.
Sorry.
Continue.
He's a bird. That is. Ooh.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like since he's an animal, it's less suspicious.
Maybe, but that doesn't mean they don't want to eat him.
That is true. I'm glad you don't know speak with people. I'm looking at Sherlock.
But
Bird eye.
Yeah.
I think
I do not want to be eaten. I am the eater. Yeah.
I think we just got to kind of buckle down. It's 9:30 already. No, I think we just kind of got to buckle down and
Must
go
be opening something.
towards the temple. See what we can find. We know there's no falling back to the White Thrush now. If this was their camp, if not, I mean,
It looks like a part of a larger camp.
sure.
Yeah.
There might be more around the area. So if we keep skulking about and kind of stay under the cover of the trees and such, maybe we'll find, some more folks. But maybe we'll find another one of these.
I'd hate to encounter whatever did this, but part of me wishes we could put down whatever did this so
Yeah,
it doesn't happen.
I would like to do that, but we also can't lose focus on why we're here right now.
You understand why I'm conflicted.
Well, yeah, it is close to your family too. But look, we've got to at least, if we're going to take whatever this is out, first we've got to figure out what it is. And I don't think us standing in the middle of the open, waving our arms up and down and telling it to eat us is the right choice.
Eat me! Sorry,
I also thought of that.
Should anyone maybe go to the farm to look after it while this is going on?
I'll tap
Just
the
in case.
wrong, be like, you wanna do us a super solid there, mate, and make sure that nothing goes near the bird tags?
Or I'm
Did
assuming
you
you
come
whisper
over
at
to
him?
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably would have gone back.
Oh, you went back.
Discuss
Okay,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
At this point, probably would have gone back to discuss what
To
we're going to
talk.
do.
Yeah, we would have been
Yeah, so-
talking and walking, I think, and then we
Yeah.
would have ended up and been like, "Smack, hey man."
So in that case, when you're
Yeah.
getting back to talk to Verbron, I need to give Lamia her thing.
Okay.
As they're getting back, you notice something move overhead, just between the trees. You see something fly. Kind of look up. Eli, you come up and you say, "Hey, Verbron." You start to talk to him. Lamia, you see a second one, harpy, 100% a harpy. And a third, and a fourth, and then there's a pause. Looks like they're probably circling nearby.
Okay. Yeah, Lamia will mutter, "Hey, there's some harpies above us."
Oh, I wonder if they did that to that camp. If they are, and they're above us, maybe they're looking for the other camp, right? Because we thought that was a part of a bigger camp. So maybe they're
Maybe.
looking for the other one. So we should find it and see if we can stop them from attacking. But I still say for Broncos back towards the farm and
I hate to send him out on his own.
well, I was going to suggest that Rahala go with him.
Verbron will protect the farm. And Rahal says, I mean, I can heal you, though I don't know that you'll need it. You seem to come out rather unscathed. He looks at his arm, there's like a couple of scrapes. Yeah.
I think we have
accept company.
I think we have some old broke axles for wagons somewhere. You could probably whip one of those in the air if you needed to.
Just chuck an axle at it.
Maybe.
You ever thrown a frisbee?
I don't know that word.
That's okay. I was
Throwing
thinking
an
wagon
axe.
wheels.
He takes
Wonder if
one of
Frisbee's
his-
native too.
He just hefts one of his
Yeah.
throwing axes.
Yeah.
What is these?
Yeah. Yes. Why don't you be careful, big guy?
Yeah.
He frowns. Why?
Because we like you,
Because
and
we
we'd
like
rather
you?
you not
Yeah,
be
like-
gored by a harpy.
Careful. Does not suit Varbrong, but he will try.
Maybe safe is better, but
Rollin says, I? He goes, I will try.
Right. We appreciate
The very
that.
least, survive to see us another time.
I was gonna say Rahala can be careful enough for both of you.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. It's kind of like gonna give her like the thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, you can do that. Sorry.
We'll go. You be careful. Suits you better.
It's my middle name. I mean, it's not, but it's an expression.
Why do you need many names? He starts like heading back.
Yeah. I lean over to Sam. I don't have a middle name. That's part of the bit.
She's like, well, some people, you have like your given name and your family name. And he's like, Varbrong's family is Havarok.
wrong over rock. Yes. Who are you and how did you get in here? I'm a Navarrock. I'm a Navarrock.
Yes. So then,
So we're going ahead.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, since Lamia saw that they were circling, can we try and make a judgment call of where we think they would be based off what she saw?
If you wait a little bit to see if you see them eventually circle back again, they look like they're a little bit lower now.
Okay.
They're definitely coming from the east. Is where you recall seeing them come from, Lamia. You think they're further east? Like if you're trying to get to like the epicenter of where they're circling, you'd have to move further east, past the camp, past the broken camp that you just found.
Gotcha.
Okay. Communicate that.
Well, then let's go, right?
So are we going to try and get rid of the harpies, or are we going?
Yeah, we're
to
going
the
to the
temple?
east to wherever
Okay.
they're circling.
Okay.
Are you still being stealthy, or are you just kind of moving now?
I mean, I plan on staying stealthy.
Not everybody can be stealthy, but that's the ones that can. Let's be.
But yeah,
Okay. Give me a stealth check, Lamia.
tactical rule of generality is never leave an enemy in your rear. So
Does
If you can
ours
help it.
still stand?
when I just meant if we went to the temple, without taking care of
Oh
these guys,
wow,
then we
that's
walk
not that
out
bad for me.
It's pretty
after
good.
fighting whatever awful thing is potentially inside that temple, and then we come outside and there's just 4 harpies waiting on us. That's gonna be a bad day. So
Hey,
I'd
what's
rather
up?
take care of them now.
That nice temple you raided.
Yeah.
Come
Yours-
at us,
you're ours now.
bitches! We got one HP for each of you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not.
Are our previous stealth checks still good?
I'm gonna need rerolls from you, yes. Actually. Since you kind of came back and did other stuff.
Prior to my stealth roll, I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
That's actually a 27 because I forgot to add plus 2.
Cover my Mage Armor.
I just got clicky happy.
And then I will Penumbra, I will use
Still
Cloak
pretty
of Shadows
damn high.
again. And I will stealth check. Boo, that was a bad stealth roll. Same as Lamia's though, right?
I know. It's
Okay,
just
yeah.
like we're buddies.
Yeah, except you rolled an 18 and I rolled a 4.
Are you going around the camp, or are you gonna try to like pass through it and see if you see anything else while you're in it, or how do you approach?
I would prefer, I'll say this in character, I would prefer we go around instead of through. However, we don't all have to go the exact same way.
I believe we should, though.
Well, I mean, as long as we're in eyesight of each other, like line of sight, I don't think it's that big a deal. I'm not saying you go like gallivanting off by yourself.
I am delicious, I think.
I am delicious. Sam, I am delicious good bean.
Sam, I live to be delicious.
Oh, man.
I might
Harley, it's a joke. You don't have to unearth yourself.
I might cut through. I'm just worried about missing. Maybe there's somebody still kicking in here somewhere or hiding. No,
Or a potion.
Or some arrows that I might snatch.
I'm sure there's probably lots of things that they didn't take, but do we have time to do that right now?
Not really. I might just as I'm moving through, if I see a bushel of arrows or a guy desperately clinging to life, I might snatch him up.
Okay. So y'all begin to move through. So Lamia and Eli, you're kind of staying in the trees, going around the camp, and Sam, you're kind of passing through it.
But I'm gonna make sure I always have an eye on Sam, no matter what.
Oh, I'm pretty sneaky.
I don't have an eye on Sam. I have it.
But I know where
the
you
sky.
Yeah.
Okay. So you begin to move.
Look, the last thing we need is for you to fall into like a tiger trap when we're not paying attention.
Especially if it's a tiger in it.
Well, I mean, if it's made
bad.
well, it's a pit with spikes at the bottom. So if there's a tiger, it's also dead. So maybe you land on it. That'll be good.
Yeah, I saw the Swift
Real
Family
careful.
Robinson.
That's the wrong die.
But it was a 10.
Completely fucking wrong die.
This is another maximum roll on boycotting.
It's close. It's pretty damn close.
Well,
That was.
it wasn't
pretty-
maximum, so I guess I stand.
It was really fucking close. Okay. Okay, so as you guys are making your way through, you get almost through the camp. Kind of on like the last like quarter of it. And Sam, you're kind of just taking a quick look through like the fucked up tents and things like that. You don't really see anything usable. It seems like it's either been like trampled or purposely smashed, or it's like covered in some kind of detritus. Like it would take like some time to sift through it, you know?
Nothing I want to touch, yeah. It takes too much.
Exactly. But you're still keeping an eye. You're trying to listen to see if you hear anyone breathing or just like anything that you're missing. Just to the north of you, a demi-man bursts through the woods, aims a bow at you and says, "Stop! Don't move!
Put him back down. Leave him up.
Just don't move!" Assuming you
Hey,
freeze.
can I
He
move
whistles.
under cover? There's harpies about.
Just stay right there. You can actually see he's kind of trembling a little. He whistles, and you see 4 more men exit out of the trees behind him. All with bows. One of them also trains the bow on you. The others begin to scan the tree line.
I'm going to laugh if you roll a 1. You still rolled below our stealth. What is this? Okay.
no,
All right, there we
There are
go.
multiple
The
people.
die.
So yeah,
Look,
one of them scans, and he goes back to aiming at you.
My hands are still
Sam,
up. I'm not doing
when
it.
that guy came and pointed stuff at Sam, I was gonna stand up anyways. But
So
just so you know,
So that happens, and you stand up, and so the other one's pointing their bows at
with
you.
my hands up, also because my key negotiating stance is with my
Of
hands
course.
in the air. So
There's 2 of you with your hands in the air, and then the last one spots you, Lamia. Hey! Stop!
I cannot stress this enough. There are harpies in the area, and we should all be in cover.
We're aware of the harpies.
but
That's
then
not
your
the problem right now.
prioritization is terrible. What's the problem, pray tell? I feel like we can talk this out and make sure we take care of those harpies before they come back.
Are you going to lead this conversation with any more insults? Because we can't talk it out if you're going to do that.
Okay. I didn't intend to
Any
insult
weapons?
you. I intended to state that we have bigger problems in the area than us. I am the weapon.
As
You're
you're
fine.
talking, he talks to the next guy who's like, no, caster.
Yeah. So I said,
Third
I'm
guy
the
over
weapon.
there. This is like, yeah, you don't move and also stop talking. At you, Eli.
If you want me to stop talking, we're not going to get anywhere at all.
He is our talker.
Verbal components, stop. Just peace.
Peace is hard to say when you have bows pointed at my face.
Eli, please.
I mean, I can cast spells too. Can I still talk?
The
though?
last one says, 1 moment of silence.
Oh.
And it's quiet. They all lower the bows. You are trespassing on territory you should not be on at a very dangerous time.
Yeah.
I don't believe you were the ones who did this, but you need to leave immediately.
No, we're here to take care of those flying things.
Sir, I am not asking.
I didn't think you were.
You need to go. Do you need an escort?
No, we're here to take care of those flying things. We're not leaving, mate.
Why didn't we shoot him? It's like, because we're public servants. Second one steps forward and says, you're an annoying bastard, but we need help. Everyone has
That's
a seat.
incredibly
We need
rude.
to be low. Yep. He has a seat also. Lower
How
yourselves,
dare you call
please.
him annoying? No. Can I get in cover now?
Just sit. You'll be fine.
I'm gonna sit down, but I'm gonna lean towards the closest piece of cover.
Awful brazen for people who are felons right now. And he motions to the guy at the end who takes out some kind of dust, throws it in the air, and you see it kind of sparkle for a second, like spreads out over the area. It doesn't like change anything for the moment. It says 5 minutes. It's good. The Harpies didn't do this.
What?
There's something else wrong.
So what did do this?
We don't know yet. We haven't had eyes on it yet, but briefly. Whatever it is can also fly, and it seems to be able to disguise itself somehow. You say you're here to take care of the Harpies. Look, you're not allowed to do that. It's literally against the law. You need to not be here, unless you're officially hired by the Order of the White Thrush. I don't have the ability to do that. It is instead my responsibility to make sure that you don't end up like our kinsmen there.
I mean, I respect your position and your need to follow protocol, but we already dealt with a batch of these earlier and would like to finish up with them. Now, if we need to lure them away from this area so we can do that, we will. But
I'm a
we
pretty
don't
good
want to
bait.
just let them free in this area. There are people here who these could drastically affect.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Where did you see them?
The earlier north of this area, between Bayan and here.
How many?
6? Was there 6?
It was 6.
Yeah, there was 6.
Did you get all 6?
No, unfortunately we weren't able to. They ran. We got 3.
Give me a diplomacy check. You're at a bit of a penalty because this did not start well.
Unless I was like looting bodies. I was just looking for stuff.
It's not. This wouldn't be gather information.
No.
Oh fuck! I should ask. Do you keep it? You have resources.
Oh,
I keep
yeah.
forgetting you have those.
What'd you roll? A 6?
A 16. We'd have to roll. Yeah, I rolled a base 6.
25% chance
Diplomancy.
of making that a 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like that's a good chance on the luck die because 20 is probably the thing we need to hit, and I don't feel confident that I'm going to roll 4 more.
It's hard to say because you don't know what his you don't know what his charisma is.
Sure, it could be 25. I don't know, but I'm saying like because they're already not predisposed to us. So it's a
This is
100. I'm gonna leave it.
Is it saving throw?
No, this is a skill.
No,
No,
it's
this is
a
just a
skill
check.
challenge.
Just 16. He says, "Listen, it's too dangerous. Where are you staying? Are you at the farm?
We are at the farm.
Go there, stay there. If you're capable of fighting the harpies, they may need your help right now. We can't permit you to stay in this area. We don't even have a full idea of what the situation is yet."
Well, okay. We can go back that way. But look, you should really run this up the chain of command, if you can, to see if you can get our help, because you're going to need it. Whatever did this, I gestured to the area, obviously, is going to take more than the 5 of you, 6 of you, however many of you there are.
Significantly
And
more than this.
We've got help too. Just, you may have heard of Aldwin Logistics and Retrieval. It's the company we run. We've dealt with bigger problems than these harpies, and maybe bigger than whatever made this. I don't know what it was. But look, we've got experience and we've got positive references. So we'll get out of your hair.
Does this to him.
Yeah, we'll get out of your hair, because I know we're on a timetable here with your dust. But you should really hike this up and see if you can get us to help you, because we're here to help.
I'll do what needs to be done. Listen, if you want to get permission or whatever, I don't know where you're stationed, but if it's anywhere near Saigon, there are some officers who have the permission to anoint civilians.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously not a short trip, but we're here for the long haul, and I don't think this is going to be solved overnight.
Right. You're probably right with what you have now. It won't be. We'll be in touch then. Let's go. I'm like gesturing. I'm like, let's go, because the time's running out.
Before we leave, Lamia will say, the last I saw them, they were circling around east. Like, she'll point out where she last saw them.
He nods. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with that. -2.
I checked 2 of your buddies over there, and we'll fill him in on the damage that was done to him. So whatever this is, it's got many tools at its disposal.
Yeah. Go quickly, please.
Yeah.
I've already left. When I said we should leave, I walked off. Like,
they head back into you see them head back into the tree line for now. You guys start heading back west?
Yeah. We're gonna go around. Wide circle, or are we gonna?
I don't think it's wise to push their buttons twice in one day. If we're going to do that, we're going to try another time.
Only we knew somebody who could forge fake documents, saying that we're allowed to be here.
If only. No, but what we can do, instead of going all the way to Saigon, is we could trip back to Bayon and see if we could send some post, something that's going to be slow, but it's going to be faster than us riding all the way back to Saigon and riding all the way back, right? We could see if they've maybe got a magic, like a sending stone or something too. We could try and get a hold of somebody. That'll be faster than, us doing all the work, ourselves.
Cool. So you make it back to the farm. You don't see the harpies again. This looks like whatever they were circling, they stopped.
Hate this.
Yeah, red tape's no fun. Or is it white tape with them? I'm not sure.
Well, we kind of knew it would be difficult since this was a place that is actively being watched.
But you'd think in an emergency situation when your entire camp gets killed by an unknown creature, that you could let some people help you. But I guess they're also on edge and don't necessarily think we're the most trustworthy sort. So
in theory, we could be working in cahoots with said creature.
We could have been said
Especially-
creature. They said it can disguise itself.
Exactly.
So- I mean, they could have been said creature, but then they probably wouldn't have let us go.
Heard of 3 people in a creature suit. What about 1 creature and 3 people?
Well, one of them would have been the creature. Is more of what I meant.
Why didn't we
Not
eat
not
those
all
guys?
3 of them.
Oh, I forgot.
Say again?
Right.
Why didn't we
meant
eat
to
those
eat
guys? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot what we were doing here.
That's
No,
what
I
we're
was
supposed
thinking
to
more
do.
of like John Carpenter's The Thing, where one of them is the
No,
creature, and
no.
then slowly they will all get eaten by him.
Wouldn't that suck?
That is like evil idea. You just see
Oh,
the
yes,
gears
delicious
turning in
gasoline.
there.
Uh,
Delicious gasoline.
if y'all don't know about,
Abs-
sorry,
yeah.
to our viewers, if you've never seen John Carpenter's The Thing, go watch it. First of all, the original.
Great.
The new one's good too. It's basically the same movie, just newer. It's a prequel, but the same stuff happens in it. Original, one of the characters makes a bunch of Molotovs using gasoline. And towards the end, they have a beer, but the bottles are like the same bottles they used that were full of gasoline. And the idea is that you tricked the other guy into drinking gasoline, and the creature doesn't know what gasoline is.
Mm-hmm.
There's the idea that this other guy who's alive is the Thing still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Paranoia the movie.
Yeah,
Good
Paranoid
movie.
movie.
Body horror.
There's also
if you're not
a,
into body horror, don't
a
worry.
claymation version of that movie that is hilariously
Like Cat the
weird
Thing.
and great. Yes.
And also still kind of terrifying.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
It's so good. I love Clay Cat, man.
Yeah.
But okay, so you guys make it. Well,
Mhm.
you will make it back to the farm, but I don't know if you want
Right.
to have any kind of RP as you're traveling. It sounded
I
like
think
that's
that was
what
probably it. I think it's, we'll our plan now, I guess, is that we'll go back to Bayan and see if we can send a message and set something up through Saigon instead of traveling all the way back to Saigon and then all the way back here.
Mhm.
But if that's not possible, that might be what we have to do. But I would rather avoid that.
Yeah. Okay. So you make it back. Obviously, Verbrong and Rahala meet you there. I'm just guessing you probably filled them in on what happened with the white thrush. Okay.
Yes, we will.
Okay. Just wanted to know if they were in the loop. They are. Cool. So yeah, so took maybe 6 hours or so travel, like that whole thing. The time took you to get all the way out there, stealth, looking around and pausing and doing all the reconnaissance, and then all the way back. So yeah, you managed to make it back. Probably left pretty early, so I imagine it's maybe just a little afternoon, maybe 1-2 o'clock.
Cool. About how far of a ride from here is Bayon?
Let's look at the map.
Man.
I'm not on the map page right now. So now I am. Where? There you are. Shouldn't be too terrible. About half a day.
Okay.
Straight. So about 4-ish hours.
Okay. Well, so we could set out for Bayon now. We probably get there around 5. That's enough time to schedule setting stuff up. If we need to, we could stay at a hotel or something, or an inn in Bayon. If not, if we feel like we have enough time, we could probably make it back before it's too late. But I don't want to be coming back here at 11 at midnight. I know everybody here is going to be asleep. You got to go to bed early when you live on a farm.
Plus, they don't want to be out after dark now.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we have plenty of time to make a run to Bayon today if we want to. The sooner the better.
And
But
maybe you can get
Rahala
more.
and Verbrong should stay here. But sorry, go ahead.
And maybe you can get more feed for me, Sam.
Yeah.
The chicken's still alive, but that's my emergency chicken.
See about getting something else for you to eat.
Move at half speed if you're hunting.
But I say,
If you're
well,
planning on doing it while you're there, that's fine.
yeah, I was gonna say we go to Bayonne, we hunt after we get there.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go saddle up some horses and a horse.
All right. So, you guys, I guess, yeah, Sam, what do you tell your family? Because obviously they're going to be a little curious since you're
Yeah.
back and now
I'm gonna talk
suddenly
to
leaving.
either. Not Wilford.
Millie or Milford.
No, it is Milford. Milford and
Yeah.
Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Willie and Wilford for some reason.
Willie.
Willie.
Yeah, this,
Well,
is this is my wife, Willie.
Willie. So that's a Bluey joke as well. There's an episode called Unicorns where Bandit has a puppet that is a unicorn that is obnoxious, and he continually calls his wife Chili Willie to irritate her, which is really funny.
Could be short for Wilma.
What's going on, Willie? And she's like, Chili. It's chili. Like the whole episode is great. It's so funny.
No, I'm going to talk to the heads of the family. And hey, yeah, we got out there. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We got to a camp. It had been hit pretty hard by some beasties.
Oh no.
Definitely when you have people out in the fields, if they're getting towards the edges, have them grouped up in groups, working in an area together. I mean, if you
Whatever it
get
was,
the kid,
flies. Make sure to tell him it flies. I'm like standing by him, by the way.
Those
in the middle of this
kids.
conversation.
the kids, if you got some ones that aren't, maybe keep them around, just keep an lookout on the horizon, on the tree lines.
Yeah, we've had to do it for less scary things, but we'll be extra careful.
Yeah. Apparently, not to freak out too much. Whatever this other thing is with these harpies can disguise itself. It can look like other things. So, some kind of magical creature. It's using deception. That's an intelligent trait right there.
It can. Now when you say disguise, like it can look like people or like a tree.
They didn't get that far, but it might look like a cow or something. I would assume
They were not very specific.
They weren't very
or helpful.
forthcoming. They were more trying to decide whether they were going to arrest us or not. I think.
Well, they had a fun time with that. I'd have been out of there lickety split.
I'm wily.
Yeah, I'm squirrely, mate.
Look, I was worried about that. Don't go making problems with the white thrush now.
Yeah.
That's the government. That's the ruling. They're not ruling, but they're.
Yeah. I don't mean to make trouble for y'all, and I definitely don't want trouble for myself.
I'm not so worried about trouble for us. It's just, I mean, I don't know. They can be pretty strict, and I was certainly cross when, they was out there claiming our land up and everything. I was pretty upset, but I mean, they're doing this for our protection.
Yeah.
We couldn't have dealt with that.
I wish they would have let us help them, but that's how it is, I guess. With the
You'd be surprised. There's people go out there making trouble for these folks all the time. That trying to be. I mean, some of them, like yourselves, trying to be helpful. I'm sure, but people don't know what they're getting into. I'm sure you've met the type, so it's hard to tell. So
yeah, you're
one. Don't. Well, so what you doing next? Are you going?
I believe we're going to head to Bayonne, see if we can get some kind of word out to Saikon, whether a fast way to do it. That way we can see if we can get an okay or permission to go in there. And
right, yeah, we're going to try and do this all nice and above board.
Yeah.
Right, it might be best. And you didn't see our man out there? You don't know?
I didn't think to ask. Oops.
It was a tense situation.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have talked to you.
Yeah, it was a high pressure.
All right. I hope. Damn.
I hope we weren't one of those two that were there. Yeah.
Well, okay. So if you're gonna go, gonna go try and see if you can get somebody to let you go out there.
Yep.
I feel like they. I mean, if it's that bad, it's a wonder they didn't just accept the help. But I guess if this thing could turn into whatever, then
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think maybe a little too abrupt with them. Also, I don't like having bows pointed at my face, though. It makes it difficult to speak in a calm and rational manner. When
it
people
would be
Not
a
have
planning
little
getting shot
strange if
either.
it would have been a little strange if you liked bows being pointed at you. Just not.
Arrows
Fair
I'm
enough.
worried about.
I mean, some people like all sorts of stuff, but that'd be a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, y'all maybe should. It's gonna get dark at some point soon, right? I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be traveling right now. What am I saying? Y'all know what you're doing. Just be careful.
Yeah, we'll be on our watch. What's
All
that?
right.
You know, I've got a bit of an in with the darkness. I think we'll be okay.
Millie will pipe up and say, "So, if they're saying so, there's two things out. There's the harpies, and then there's another thing. And we don't know what this other thing is.
We know it's got wings and probably horns, based on what Sam saw.
What sort of thing has wings and horns?
I know, yeah. Bizarre.
I don't know. And can apparently be disguised. Not sure. Unless I don't think I have any knowledge that would help with that. Unless knowledge planes will help.
No.
Not unless it's a demon.
That's why I asked.
Yep.
They have wings and horns and can sometimes change shape. That's why I asked if knowledge
Absolutely
planes
they
could
do.
help.
Which would be extra terrifying.
Yeah.
Some kind of weird beast. It's a demon. Y'all need to move.
Yeah, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but we're gonna have to pick the farm. We're gonna do Patrick Starr's version. We're gonna take Bikini Bottom. We're gonna put it over there. So yeah,
Because it's not just a demon; it's like a flock of demons. I didn't know they traveled in, but no. Yeah, not with the information you have. You don't really have anything yet. But okay. They'll pack you some more food for you to go off with.
I'll take it.
Unfortunately, they don't know Lamia's diet, so it's nothing that really works for you. But
I mean,
We'll get you something else. It's fine.
we'll get you a nice lizard. Would you like that? Would a
Do you guys
lizard
want us
be
to
good?
get rid of Bob the Rooster for you? No. Because Cletus is their rooster, and Bob is
Cletus is
the wild
theirs.
rooster. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Bob's the wild rooster. So yeah, we can take care of Bob the rooster. I'm just saying.
You
It
will
is
have
true.
You will have found out through other members of the family that they only named Bob so they knew who to cuss at. It's not an
Yeah.
endearment thing.
Oh, dang Bob! But yeah,
So, but yeah, so you guys talk that through with them. They definitely seem a little bit shaken up, but as you're going out, and especially when you tell them, hey, we're gonna leave Varbrong here, and Rahala will be here, so there's somebody with you. That helps, especially Varbrong being, Varbrong.
yeah,
Oh,
being the size
Yeah.
of the entire family.
I feel he could protect us. Yeah. Suddenly feel very safe. And it's hard to tell because he doesn't make like a ton of expressions other than like consternation, but like, but he seems like he likes the idea of this.
All right, cool.
Kind of being this like guardian figure here. Like he seems like somewhat in better spirits.
I realize my earlier question about the frisbee is null and void. Verbrong threw me well and with accuracy, I believe that man could throw just about anything.
Yeah, he threw
He
you
chucked
15
me
feet.
like 15 feet. Yeah. So
You didn't even respond to what are Frisbees native to? Like, some
yeah,
kind of
no,
animal.
I just went over that. I just walked through that one too. I was like, no, I heard it, but I'm not responding.
Some weird gone-song animal out there and something good. No,
It's a Frisbee.
but okay. So then you guys head off to Bayan.
Yep.
Cool. I'm on the wrong tool. Here we go. So yeah, about 4-ish hours. You make it back to Bayan without too much trouble. Doesn't seem any different than when you passed it. So you guys head there, and what was mainly you were just here to try to see if you can get a letter sent off east?
Yeah,
what
a
it
letter,
was?
or if they have some kind of sending stone we could use that they use for long distance communication quick, or something that's going to be faster than all of us traveling all the way to Saikon.
Let's see. What are there?
Fun fact, while he's looking that up, the discus, which is basically a frisbee, dates back to as early as 700 BC. So they've been around a long ass time.
Is that,
Yeah,
around the Roman Empire or?
Oh, way before. Roman Empire didn't
before?
start till
Okay.
400 BC.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking
definitely
ancient Greek.
No sending in Bayan. Definitely not.
Okay. So in that case, I would say that our goal then is to send 2 letters. One to the organization, like the White Thrush itself, and then one to Mayor to get him to go bug them in person for us.
Fair.
Because I just think the optics of a letter coming in about a request and then a man walking in going, about that letter, I'm here on their behalf, works better than just sending a letter.
Okay.
It also makes us look more official than just a bunch of dudes who are like, I represent this company. If we actually have a physical representative of the company, go, hey.
Yeah, to say, hey, here's what we're wanting to do, rather than just a letter.
We moved for some reason.
God damn it.
We did.
it again. That's worse.
I'm halfway in, halfway out of everything.
How many Avid logos can you see?
That's a great question.
Avid?
My shirt.
This shirt. Yeah.
I had to explain yesterday that I'm wearing an Avid hoodie, and underneath this Avid hoodie is an Avid shirt. And
It's Avid all the way down. How much money to tattoo Avid on your chest?
Right? So it's just all the way through. I have 2 hoodies that are Avid hoodies that look identical as well. And then I have one that is blue. And I have 80 Avid shirts. That's an exaggeration, but the majority of my shirts say Avid on them. So, hey, I'm back in my bubble.
Yep, yeah, should be
Or box.
fixed now. There we go. Yeah.
It's a box.
Books. Yeah, you make it back to Bayan. You send off the 2 letters. Let me see. Do you stay in Bayan?
What? So about 4 hours. So it's probably 5 or 6.
It's about 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we probably should just stay the night here, folks. I don't think traveling back is probably a great idea. We won't get there till 11, but we could take a little bit of time and let Sam hunt for Lamia, and while you guys do that, I could go see if I can get any info on what's been going on. I'll just, gather some info around town while you get that done so we can, use our trip into town to our advantage.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, let me go run off. I got a hunt for you.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
I'm gonna do
you need
that.
to leave. Yeah. So I can do this.
Legitimately, Lamia has to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll just run away. Be gone. Okay. Okay. We'll handle Sam's thing first because it's pretty simple. Survival check, please.
Forrest?
Yep. Because I imagine you leave the city for it. And...
Nice.
No,
He's
I'm
trapping rats.
I'm hunting
Yeah.
cats.
Cats and rats, baby.
You said
Maybe a
survival?
rogue raccoon. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a cat that suspiciously looks like a possum.
Okay, then roll
I was
me
gonna make a joke about that too.
2d8. Oh, double ones.
Snake eyes. Low is good though, right?
Is it snake eyes if it's not
How
on
many
the
hours it
D6?
takes?
Yeah, it is still snake eyes.
Right.
You find
Then what's
single
double eights?
rabbit.
I'm curious because double sixes is box
Oh, a
cars.
single rabbit?
You find one rabbit.
Yeah. At least he wasn't married. A single rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah, snake eyes indeed is 2 ones on any
I
pair
see.
of dice, regardless of the amount of other numerals on those dice.
Nice.
So that's it.
Well,
Just
this will get her down a day or so.
mhm.
Maybe she eats like. Just imagine I'm talking to this rabbit as it's live. No, no, I would have. I would have done the dirty process,
Yeah.
using
Plus-
it like a tube of toothpaste.
Right. Plus, I imagine, because Sam is a bit religious at this point, that there's the moment of like you thanking it for its sacrifice, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
but then you just go down to processing it because
Yeah,
it is. a
I
corpse.
understand that I have a friend that needs to eat you, and you are food.
Yep.
I understand there are other types of foods out there, but you are very specific to her diet. Much like you cannot eat fish, she cannot eat vegetables at the moment.
Fucking rabbit spirit. The Beyond's like, yeah, I can't eat fish because I'm fucking dead. I had shit to do today. It was all stupid, but it was mine. No, anyway, thank you guys. But you head back. Yeah, so you head back. You have a rabbit for Lamia. It is cleaned. And then for Eli, that is gathering information. So it's a diplomacy check, and then 1d4 for time.
Alrighty, here's my diplomacy, and I will get the +2 on this, and I'm going to add it in on the roll. So
Okay.
there we go. Hey, that's
Okay.
30, and then a D4 that we get to cut in half for time.
Well, all right. Takes you an hour.
Bet.
Well, an hour and a half, but you know.
Yeah.
Cool. So you kind of ask around town, just see what the goings on are. The people in Bayan are talking about there being some really big birds that they've been seeing off in the distance.
Okay.
And some people have complained about, some people on like the outskirts and like the kind of farmlands just around Bayan have complained about livestock disappearing lately. Somebody out there was, having absolute fits trying to convince everyone that like a winged lady came down and slaughtered a whole bunch of his goats. And that if he hadn't run inside, she probably would have got him too. But people are like, obviously be careful. Their wild animals are crazy out here, but like ain't no damn winged lady flying into the farmland just outside the city just to kill your goats. Like, relax, dude. Why did nobody else see this? So it's also apparently like in daytime. It's not like it was at night.
Right.
So, but he's pretty adamant about it, and has since purchased a crossbow, which he really couldn't afford. And
Probably a
doesn't know how
smart
to use.
reaction, though.
Right.
My gosh. Listen, mate, it's real simple. Just because I have a small crossbow. So I'll just be like, you do this and you do that, and then you point it, and be careful, don't point it at things you don't want to shoot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't get to talk to that guy. He's not there.
Yeah.
You find out from other people that he's like kind of in the southern
Look, mate.
farmlands.
Somebody needs to teach you firearm safety.
Right. But you find that out, and you hear, because you got a 30, which is crazy. Let's see.
I mean, because I rolled an 18 on the die, so.
Yeah. It was real good. Okay, so yeah, the other thing you'll find out is they do mention that a group of the Order of the White Thrush did come through town not too long ago. So it was maybe 5 or 6 days ago. They passed through from the like kind of southeast they came from. They didn't come like from the road. They came from like the southeast area. Passed through the city, got some supplies and things, and they seemed like they were headed up towards Manhan Saik.
Okay.
They said it was like a pretty big group of them.
Well, I bet I know where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably going to that mine we found.
Oh, okay.
Since I was on the way to Manhan Saik.
So yeah, it's around there. Excuse me. Yeah, you definitely find that out, which might explain why it was such a small group you ran into down there in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that explains a lot. Okay. Well, I mean, it's good to know. I guess the other thing I'm going to do is just try and find us a good place to sleep for the night. Somewhere on the outskirts of town, if possible, so Lamia can walk around and get some moonlight and not have people think it's the super weirdest thing in the world.
That lady's on dergs.
Yeah, exactly. Just walking through alleys, like trying to catch moonlight on your face. Be like, what? Whatever that woman's on, I need to find who's selling it.
Damn junkies.
She's on
My
that
goat-
statue.
That's the weirdest slang for drugs
You gotta
I
go
ever
touch
heard.
statues
on
and
that
then you-
statue.
People,
Yeah.
young people in their slang.
My goats
They
are freaking
never
out
say
for some
nothing
reason,
like it.
though.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Because she's weird. That's why they're freaking out. Anyway, so
I think she's a chupa thingy.
Man, we're not that far off.
right? Okay, yeah, you're easily able to find a nice place to stay. There's a few inns in town. You find one kind of more on the outskirts. You can tell it's meant more for people who are like kind of just passing through, don't necessarily want to go like walk around in the city and that kind of thing. So you find that. You guys are able to rest for the night. Nothing strange happens that night. But I should probably ask, is there anything you want to do before passing to the next day?
I don't have anything else that I can think of. If somebody else does.
Consistently through the night, I open Eli's room just to check to make sure he's there.
Red eye.
Every like hour, it's like, still in bed? Okay, still in bed. Still in bed? Okay, still in bed. Like,
I mean, yeah, it would be red eye.
Yep.
thank goodness I'm a heavy
Okay.
sleeper.
Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's ass.
I was about to fucking say that exact phrase. Bar for bar, exactly what I was about to say. But yeah, so other than that, nothing strange happens that night.
Cool.
Taking off that and I'm putting on Entangle.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't changed spells in a minute. Just kind of had Glide on.
I mean, Glide's cool if you're in a space to use it.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Okay.
Can you glide in space?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess if you're missing any hit points still, make sure you recover.
Yeah, just
all your daily stuff, yada yada. Okay, cool. Yep. Next morning, you get up. I imagine also pretty early. Nothing crazy happening either. It's pretty quiet. I imagine you guys, are you heading back to... Are you going to head straight back to the farm, or what's the plan? Now that you've sent
think
your ladders
so.
off.
I don't think we have anything else to do here. But what? Go ahead.
I'm gonna go see if I can purchase some arrows, because
Makes sense.
as much as I like thrifting,
That's what we're calling it. That's what we're calling it. We're calling it thrifting.
recycling, is that a better word?
Gotta reduce, reuse, recycle, bud.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I find some arrows.
And I think I'm just gonna call looting thrifting from now on.
I'm thrifting. That's stealing. Thrifting. That's a dead body, and you're taking stuff from it.
Incorrect. You're just trying to buy normal arrows?
Oh man.
I
Or do you...
didn't know there were
grab
different
some
ones.
Oh yeah, there are different ones.
No, I need 5 to fill up the quiver. What?
5. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna get rid of them. I don't have the brain
See
space
if they
that
have
like.
small game arrows.
I guess that. Yeah. I mean, that's Chris knowledge and not Sam knowledge of like you can just put some shit on the end of an arrow and make it blunt. But I mean,
Yeah.
that way you don't shoot through your small game. But
I just mean so you don't use up your good arrows either
That's
on hunting, right?
Mhm.
Since we're here and we're buying stuff,
mhm.
and this is something we're gonna have to do for the foreseeable future, unless you want me to start hunting with magic missiles. I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, we can still
I think it just blows like a rabbit to pieces.
Yeah, it's like
oops.
fucking flock of ducks.
I hit it a little too hard. Just
Or
doing
fucking. Oh.
Yeah, let me just hit this rabbit with a sledgehammer real quick. It'll be fine.
it. Yeah, just a little bit.
I did it. No, yeah, Delgi is a they have a lot of hunters there. But yeah, if you just need 5 arrows, that is they're 5 copper pieces each for regular ones. But yeah, while you're purchasing them from,
I guess what is a
got 'em.
bundle of arrows like in 20?
It's 20.
That would be-
It's 1 gold piece.
Yeah.
For a full 20.
I'm just gonna do that, and I'll put 5 in there, and I'll have 5 stored. So I think the quiver only holds 20. So
I think Quiver holds like 60.
what?
The
one that I have?
'cause- Oh no, you have a basic one, don't you?
Yeah, I have. Well, not really basic. I have that special.
The special one
Special
can hold a lot more than 20
The
because it's 2 compartments.
Yeah,
much that
one
bitch hold?
compartment holds a specific amount because it has the like spell effect on it. Then the other compartment is like an interdimensional space that can hold more arrows.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I think it was up to 60. But I don't remember, don't quote me. I just remember because when I was identifying the object, I was like, damn, that's a lot.
The quiver appears to be made of several blah, 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 2 distinct chambers. The largest appears to easily hold 20 arrows and contains an extra additional space to do so. The other, smaller compartment, is capable of holding up to 6 Deadeye arrows.
That's right.
20 plus 6.
It's just that you have 2 quivers. You have this one and a regular one.
Yeah.
So you can carry up to 40 arrows.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the logistics of wearing 2 quivers.
I could. You could have 2 without too much issue, right?
Yeah.
You have back quiver and you got like your
A hip quiver, yeah.
Your hip quiver, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I stick 1 arrow in each boot. And no joke. Before I had a quiver when I shoot archery, I stuck them in my boot while I was standing, and I would just draw them off my boot. They were target tips, so there was no danger in that. But yeah.
It's funny.
So you have that. Also, do you try to? Have you been trying to use
night,
Deadeye
Ellie.
Arrow to like store any of those over the days you haven't been
I have
threatened?
not.
That's an idea. Night, Ellie.
Good night.
Good night.
That's fine. Either way. So as you're purchasing these, you're just going to be purchasing them from like a stall, right?
Yeah.
It's just got arrows. It's not necessarily the guy who made them.
20 arrows, please. Yeah.
But yeah, when he sees like you're kind of like kitted out. You're not just like a regular dude walking around. You're not like a hunter. You got like a fucking big ass sword, 2 quivers. One of them's obviously kind of crazy looking. Some holes in your garment where you've been shot. You look like an
burn
adventurer.
marks.
Yeah. But he'll let you know, like, he's like, hey, the guy that makes these, he was out of town for a while, but he's back if you want any like specialty stuff.
What are you talking about?
He's got stuff that's like spiky, and some of it's got like a little. He's got one that has like a little reservoir for stuff. Like when you shoot it, it smashes and stuff comes out.
Like flu arrows, or like what are we talking about here?
Flu.
Like... Sorry, if you don't know what flu arrows are, if you ever see arrows that have like really long fletchings on them, it's straight up so they go slower, so you can shoot like things flying, and your arrow doesn't just like go 100 yards or whatever. Yeah.
He does not know that.
Okay.
I'm
going.
He has regular arrows amongst other wares, so he like clearly doesn't know all that stuff. He just knows he has some other stuff.
Yeah. I think we got time. Do y'all care if I stop by this arrow, this Fletcher, and is what they're known as.
Lamia's eating the rabbit you caught, so
you should do that in private.
Go talk to Fletcher, whatever you're gonna do. I was trying to think of what I was gonna do while you're doing that. Something. Go play a round of
Hunter's Gambit.
I was gonna say Hunter's Gambit, but
yes.
Okay.
I will not.
That's not gonna take out too much time.
Very good. So yeah, you'll go over there. You find there's obviously some it's like a workshop set aside someone's house. You can see he has some equipment outside. You can actually like an anvil out there, so he might even experiment with some like other types of smithing. As you approach, you can see this little like slot open in like the side of the wooden house, like a little service window opens, like kind of lowers. And so there's like a little flat panel underneath it that's like connected to the window with. Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. I heard you're the man to talk to if I need some arrows.
Yes, sir. What are you looking for? Nothing normal, right? That I give all the regular stuff to that merchant guy in the city.
Yeah. I bought a bundle from him. Honestly, I'm getting into this archery stuff. I was never very good at it, but I've been needing to do it more and more often. And actually, I'm not surprisingly not too terrible at it.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you what I've been going up against. Maybe you have an idea what I need. I've been dealing with a lot of harpies recently.
What's a harpy?
It's like
a mean lady.
Yeah, mean lady that flies around and abducts men and then takes them back and does terrible things to them and then kills them. Yeah.
You're talking about like a monster.
Yeah.
Is that what those are called? They like fly around. They got like the talons and the lady's face. I've never seen. There's some guy out in the south saying he saw one, but I thought they traveled in like groups.
They do.
Fucking hell. Okay. Well, when something that flies around like that, you want to. I mean, if you got to kill it to ground it. Really, I don't have anything that's going to do that for you, but you get something that'll stick in it, make it hurt real bad for him to move. Look, I'm an honest man. I don't. If you're saying you're not a good shot and you're more practicing, I don't want to give you a bunch of specialty stuff that, no offense, might go to waste and you might waste your money. Everybody tends to underestimate their own skills. I got a little target I can set up over here. If you want to step, there's a line. If he like, points outside, you see like a chalk line just outside of like on like a little stone area outside of his area. Just step back behind that. I'll go set that up real quick. We'll have you shoot at it. If it looks good, then I'll say some stuff. If it doesn't, I ain't gonna take your money.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty.
So he goes up and sets up a target that is like 60 feet away.
Pretty far.
It's pretty far for a person who is not martially trained.
Yeah.
So that's like, okay, are you a good shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say even probably Sam seeing that's like, that's not that bad.
It's 20 yards. That's kind of like normal, like target shooting. I think that's like the closest you want to be for like yeah.
So he's looking at like, look, if you can shoot a bow, you can hit this thing fairly reliably, you're probably better than you're saying.
Yeah.
But either way, so just give me 3 bow attacks. He'll actually supply you with arrows for this. Just 3 regular ones he's got laying around.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that 3 attack ones, or is that...
This will be the first, because I imagine this isn't you just like rapid shooting. It's like aim, you fire, you aim, you fire, you aim. So you're taking your time.
Nope.
It's like 1 shot per round, basically.
Although that would be kind of funny. Just watch you just...
Of course.
Oh, I forgot the snail earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Eli, you find a snail has clung to your collar. Its shell is a kind of burnt orange color with little dark brown spots all over it. It almost looks... It like almost reminds you of certain kind of like baked bread, like how the crust of it can have that kind of orangish color depending on what you use. Yeah. And the body is like a cream color, like slightly yellowish white color.
I wish I could use Lucky Stars to reroll this.
Oh, you can't? Even though it's a 1?
No, it's saving throws for myself or critical hits against me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's not exactly like the Lucky feat. It's similar, but not.
Yeah.
Lucky's pretty cool. But yeah.
Lucky's ridiculous, yeah. So you let that first one fly and it just misses completely. Goes,
Yeah, sorry.
Hmm.
Kind of on the spot. I'm a little nervous. Give me that.
Yeah, no worries. You can see there is like a board behind it, obviously, so it just goes by and hits the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tend to not want to shoot that because it's,
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just, and I kind of draw a couple times to get warmed up.
So you warm up.
Warmed up, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, better.
Dead center. Nailed that one.
All right. Now let's make sure that wasn't just luck. A 2.
That hits the target, but it's not quite dead center, but it does hit, like kind of hits on like the edge a little bit there.
I think I'm more of an accuracy by volume person.
Hey, look, it's all right. It's that's really not that bad. That first shot was. Go ahead and redo that first one. Just
okay. Let me pull it out.
That was just a fluke. We say.
Okay.
You fucking split your second arrow.
Oh shit! Ah!
Whoa! I've never seen anybody do that.
That's on the house. An arrow, though.
No, that's on the house. That's fine. I can take care of that.
Like, listen, man, I've never seen anybody do that. You get a free arrow. That was dope. Like,
I've had people come in claiming they were like that. That was good. That was good shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got something I want to show you. Fetch those. Just set them up here on the thing. I'll be right back.
In real life, I've only ever seen a telescoped or Robin Hood arrow once happen. And it was very little. A lot of times they go super far if you're using compound. This one was just like barely, like kind of stuck in the end of another one. We've had a lot of strikes where you strike another arrow where it glances off.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's because we're all shooting at one target for basically playing darts with arrows. Yeah.
True. Yeah. Okay, so he comes out. He brings out what are called flight arrows, which are like normal arrows, except you increase your range increment. Your range increment is 20 feet higher. So each of your range increments is 20 feet greater. Which you got what? A composite longbow?
Sorry, I'm typing.
Okay.
Yes, +2. And I also have a short bow. That's composite, but yeah. Composite longbow +2, which is 110 feet, it looks like.
So make that range increment 130 feet. But otherwise, those are normal arrows.
Yeah, I'm just going to put that in my notes with those.
Those are basically just double the cost of a regular arrow. So you can get 20 of those for two gold instead of 1.
All right.
He'll also show you he has barbed arrows.
Barbed. Can't pull those out easily.
2 different kinds of barbed arrows. One is the kind that you're meant to attach like silk rope to. When you shoot it and it like sticks into something, so you have a line attached to it. So they're a bit sturdier. They're not really meant to be shot into like people.
Mm-hmm.
They can abso-fucking-lutely, but that's what the point of them is so you can tie a rope to it, nail something with that. The second one actually deals bleed damage, so it acts as a normal arrow, but it deals bleed damage every time the target moves. It takes a 1d4 bleed unless they pull the arrow out, which they can do with a heal check, or they can just rip it out and take the bleed damage again.
What for bleed?
1d4.
Those are also double cost.
So the rope ones are also double cost, so they're the 2 gold for 20.
Mm-hmm.
One second. Where'd the freaking price go? Because these ones are a lot more expensive. I remember for some reason the price isn't on my sheet. God damn it.
I do have one I want to throw by this guy as well, just to see if he has an idea of something.
There it is. Those are 10 gold for 20.
Okay.
Normally he charges more, but he likes you right now.
Nice. Well, hell.
Normally it's 10 gold for 5.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to try all these out. Definitely help me out on some of this. So I'm interested in that rope deal. That I can support like a person.
Yeah, it doesn't come with the silk rope. You'll have to get one of those. But yeah, absolutely. Those things are pretty strong. I made the arrow a lot more sturdy for that exact purpose. It's actually a little, almost like a tang sort of runs through it.
Interesting. All right. So 2, 4. So 14 gold altogether if I buy 20.
Now, I got one other thing you might be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
You afraid of fire? Nah, you're not afraid of fire. Let me show you.
I recently had a run-in with fire, but yeah, I'm not afraid of it. I respect it greatly.
He takes out some bullshit fantasy gear. He pulls out what looks like an attachment that you put onto your boot or onto to your belt that has like a flint plate on the side of it, and you can there's like a little flap that you can cover or uncover it with. And he takes a bundle of 6 arrows that, along the shaft of them, they have like this kind of dark colored wrapping around them. It seems to sort of bunch at the end towards the tip. You can see it's bound really tight, kind of towards the actual arrowhead, and it's coated in something very dark colored. But like he shows it to you, and he like kind of thumps it a couple times. You're kind of expecting it to make like a dull thump or something when he hits like the end of it, but it's hard. And then he actually puts the thing onto his boot. He'll come actually out of his little house area thing. He's like, I'm not gonna fire this because, but here's what it does. And he strikes the side of it. There's like one quick motion against the little plate, and it catches. So he's got an incendiary arrow. Now you can get incendiary arrows. Nope, not gonna work. He just holds it out. You can get incendiary arrows that you gotta get a torch or something else to light. These kind I make special. I got a whole blend of stuff that I've experimented with, and you can just use these plates to strike them and light them. They're a little bit sturdy, so you don't have to worry about snapping the arrow by doing that. They got some flex to them, and yeah, this'll hurt like a motherfucker, and it's a lot better than the typical incendiaries because they tend to wrap the head of it, so it doesn't make a good arrow anymore. This one will still stick in somebody while it's on fire.
Yeah, that sounds very painful, but also great against a lot of things I dislike. That flint thing reminds me of something I've seen. I saw this. Yeah, this gentleman who's
bucket dunks it into it.
Yeah, gentleman I know had a weird device that had I think he called it a lock that had a piece of flint stuck in it, create a spark. That also ignited a flammable substance that I was very interested in, but he would not let me look at it too closely. Yeah,
That sounds mighty interesting.
Yeah. No, that's pretty neat. That's real. That was basically me right there. That's pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
What if I take sparklers and I wrap them around a boat?
Right. So this is I'll just tell you. So this is a gadget. It's like a homebrew thing.
Yeah.
It's not a magic item.
No.
However, you can use it in conjunction with these arrows. And as a move action, you can strike them onto the plate, and they'll actually burn for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. And if you strike people with those arrows while they're on fire, they will deal the normal bow damage you would deal, but the fire damage is 1d6. So they're effectively effectively is a flaming weapon, like it's a magical weapon.
Yeah, I don't care what they cost. I'll take them as well.
Okay, so he sets the plate thing down. He actually replaces the flint plate on the inside of it. He says that should last you quite a while, but if you ever need another one, you could go to anybody that like a stone cutter or something. Just get them to make something that'll fit inside of this pouch here, or you can come back to me. And it should be in there nice and snug. He shows you how to load the thing in there, how to use it. He kind of gives you the instructions, so you know how to use the damn thing and how to repair it for the most part. And then he has 8 of those arrows right now.
8 of them.
Yep.
And dare I ask what the cost is so I can tally up?
So all of those together, the plate and the arrows, is going to be 45 gold.
Let me try and have all that. Yeah, I do. I forgot we got paid a shitload of money.
You got paid a shitload of money.
It's a shitload of money. I mean, just like us, not even like the business. Yeah. So 45. Let me open my notes again.
Oh, I described the old version. I need to make some caveats to the description of these arrows.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll tell you what's different.
I am ready. Fire arrow move. Well, incendiary, but fire is shorter to spell.
Right. It's 1d4 fire. It's not quite the magic item.
Okay.
Still better than a normal incendiary arrow. Only does 1 point of fire damage, and burns for 2 rounds.
So 1d4.
Yeah, but it does have the effect that if you crit, then the target has to make a DC 15 reflex save, or they catch fire.
A DC what?
15 reflex save.
Fire arrow, move action to ignite, 1d4 plus rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Normal bow damage plus 1d4 fire damage, if crit, DC 15 reflex, or catch fire. I'm assuming that's for the number of rounds that the 1d4 plus rounds is?
No. If they catch fire, they're on fire till they put it out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. That's just how long. So if you like strike it, you don't fire right away. That's how long it'll burn before it burns up the arrow. Yeah.
Fun. Okay, so 25. Let me run something by this gentleman. So on these like broadheads here, I know like, well, where's my? Pull out a potion bottle. I'm sure I have one laying around. Yeah. You can do like. I don't actually have. Wait, no, I. That. I don't know if it picked it up or not.
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah. Do you think if you punch a hole in this, it'll do that as I shoot it?
It might. You might mess with the trajectory a little bit.
I'm more doing this for. There's a lot of times that I'm not within range of my friends, and I need to signal them somehow. And I keep sending my bird friend to go talk to them, but he can't really speak Ulis because he's a bird.
I mean, I do have some that I've got that I've got made for that with the hole drilled in it and everything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they don't cost anything different. You usually ain't gonna find them all over the place. It's not that much work, really. You just kind of have to know how to do it. But yeah, I mean, if you won't, I got 10 of them right now.
Yeah. Are those arrows or are those arrowheads?
These are actual arrows.
Okay. There's a lot of arrows I'm buying.
You can always remove the arrowhead off of them. Or
yeah.
if you ask him for the arrowheads, then he can sell you just the arrowheads. He can remove them for you.
That way, in theory, I could just like, as I need to, I can pop an arrowhead on or something. I don't know how it works. I don't know how this fantasy deals with arrowheads. In real life, you just screw them.
It's not a big deal. You're proficient with the weapon, so you know how to do that. Is basically how that works. It's like stringing the bow. The only reason I made you check is because the bow was partially broken and it was rainy and slick outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I don't I'm worried about carrying this many arrows. It makes more sense if I would just get the arrowheads.
Yeah.
I'm not not a thing about the price. It's just literally the amount of arrows I'm carrying. I'm going to look like I'm hauling, wood to the store. It's a lot of arrows.
So he'll sell you the arrowheads, the whistling arrowheads. For those, if you just want the arrowhead, he'll sell it to you for gold. You've been a good customer so far. That's 10 of them though. It's only 10.
For how much?
Actually, not a gold. He'll sell it to you for 5 silver.
For 10?
For 10, yeah.
Alright, so that brings my total up to 59.5 gold. Well, 59 gold, 5 silver. I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna give them 60 gold. They don't have to be that much of a discount. I'm straight up because I just don't want to break
Okay.
stuff right now.
He will take it.
Yeah, so 60 gold. That's that down. Plus a yeah. I'm Samuel Goodbean. It is good doing business with you.
All right. He goes to shake your hand. What's his name? I know it's Hearth. His actual name.
Yeah, sorry. But I know this guy who makes arrows, and I would like to keep knowing this guy who makes arrows.
The name's Selot. Selot. I'm from Hearth Conter. C Khantur. Conter.
Okay. Sorry that took up so much time, but yeah. This next week I get to devise on how many, where I put those arrows and where they're located, and how many are in what quiver, and so on and so forth. I gotta go buy some crayons now so I can mark the tops of them, or the butts of them, I guess. And so when I'm looking down, I can see what I draw.
Right?
Fuck, which one is this? Whistling? Whatever, he's close. Like a fucking Nerf dart.
Right?
Like,
Right. So, Sam comes back laden with wares.
Mm-hmm.
Deadly wares.
deadly wares. Oh, it looks like you had a nice trip. How much did that run you, mate?
Less than you think.
Well, I was actually asking.
About 60 gold.
Oh, well, here, let me at least pay you half of that for business expenses incurred while tripping.
Some of
So I'm
these
going to give
are.
you 30 back.
Okay.
We can take the rest, the other 30 out of the stuff that Clint gave us back at the place. I just don't have all of that on me, obviously. So I'll cover your 30 right now. That way, if we have any other expenses, you've got the gold.
Yeah. No, I got some of these. I started explaining. Yeah, this one whistles, and I'm remembering to save this now that I have all this information on here.
Mm-hmm.
50. What are we on? 54.
By the way, if you do use enough of that flint thingamajig enough, eventually I will upgrade it so that it only takes a swift action to light those.
Ooh, nice, because
it's a practice thing.
Getting practice, yeah. Yeah, these ones catch fire, and if I shoot somebody with it really good, they might catch fire because this shit's flammable.
Language.
Oh, sorry. No, I got these arrows that you get some silk rope. Next time something's running away from us, I can shoot it with an arrow, and I'll be latched onto it. You know, if I tie it off on my belt, and then it will fly off with me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is then you'll get to be drug along by it, but I guess you knew
But
that.
then I can shoot like a tree and tie it off to my belt, and then like
so you can get
I
torn
get pulled in
half.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, between the thing and the tree. I
Things
just
to
can't
look
find any
forward to.
fault at all in this idea.
Or at least it'll break my belt. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's whatever gives first: the rope, the
Hopefully
arrow,
belt,
or my belt.
but, you know. So okay, so that gets you guys are able to handle that.
Cool.
Sam's got some new gear. And then Eli, you were playing Hunter's Gambit. Lamia,
I wasn't actually playing Hunter's Gambit. I was.
Did you find something else to do?
No, I'm just gonna wander around.
Fair. And then Lamia, you ate a rabbit.
Yep, I ate a rabbit and basically stayed outside the town's borders, keeping an eye out.
Cool. Okay.
I'm just familiarizing myself with Bayan. So if in the future something happens, I'll be like, I can knowledge local this place.
Ah, yawn.
Fair. Just give me a quick intelligence check there, Eli.
Cool. Oh my gosh. There we go. It wasn't bringing up the input thing. me to roll. That womp womp womp.
I mean, yeah, it's not that high of a DC.
The dice had other ideas though.
Right. You could have got more, but no. I mean, you feel somewhat familiar with the place. It's mostly. There's a lot of hunters here. It seems like that's a lot of what they do. So it's not like a ton of people. There's a lot of people that live kind of on the outskirts, but they're technically part of the city. Several of them seem. What's the word? They seem hardy. They seem like kind of tough people.
Okay.
Kind, but like they're kind of these are like hinterlanders in a way. Like they're kind of out here, sort of in the brush a little bit. It's not even that big of a city. You think this must have come from a much more rustic kind of background. And even though some of the other areas around it sort of grew up and got pretty big, this area's always sort of stayed fairly close to the earth in a lot of ways. That's sort of the sense you get about it as you walk around.
Cool.
But then you have crazy motherfuckers like fucking Arrow Man over there.
Yeah.
Because an arrow can.
But anyway, cool. So you get that done. It doesn't really take a ton of time, really. Maybe like an hour or so. You guys get that handled, and then you're just going to head back to the farm.
I believe that was the plan.
Yep. Though, can we go a little slower so Sam can get something else for me for tomorrow?
Sure, we're not in any rush.
Cool. So, what is what's like more of the long-term plan here? You guys are going to kind of wait at the farm until you hear back, or?
I think we will probably wait for those letters, but in the meantime, I think we'll probe around the area. Try not to get too close to the temple necessarily, right? But investigate the area to see if we can find something to do with that other creature, see if we can find the harpy nest, something like that. Not like right by the temple, so we're going to try and stay out of the white thrush's zone, but I think it'd be good to explore the surrounding area to make sure that these things aren't nesting somewhere, and they're not. 'Cause obviously, there's more than the 6 we fought.
Yes, for sure.
I'll be honest, I thought we were gonna sneak anyway.
We might still
So-
do that, but we're going to do this first.
Yep. Okay.
Because I don't want there to be, stuff attacking us in the back, basically. Or like exposing us while we're trying to sneak or whatever.
You're under arrest! You're under arrest!
No,
Right.
you're under arrest.
If
I would
so
like
if
to
you're
avoid that.
waiting, if you're mostly waiting on those letters,
Mhm.
you're gonna have a pretty good amount of downtime.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Just I guess maybe thinking about, other than like probing around the area a bit, if there's anything else you guys want to do with your downtime while you're kind of in this peaceful farmland. I'll figure out exactly how long those letters should take. I don't
Okay.
feel like doing the math right now. We're this close to the end of the session.
It's fair enough.
But I know it's going to take a while. So,
I might also do a little work on trying to see if I can hone my newfound ability to dreamwalk and see if we can, do a little bit of work with that so that I don't have to rely on this brooch every time that happens, because if it happens and the brooch fails and I'm just there, I want to be able to see if I can maybe work on it and get back on my own.
okay. Yeah, we can definitely handle that. Sweet. But yeah, you guys definitely want to think on that throughout the week up until our next session. Obviously keeping that in mind, but if you come up with other stuff, definitely make sure you send it to me just so I can come up with something. If you
Totally.
don't, I'll have to wing it, which is probably fine, but I may come up with something cooler if I have time. So,
Nice.
yep. But I'll tell you, as soon as I figure it out, I'll tell you about how long that's going to take.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
That's the session.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Not everybody, other than
Yeah.
we got to go to the Exit Screen and find somebody to raid.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sure to
Right,
Head to our Discord and post your stars and wishes, things you liked, and what you want to see more of.
Yeah.
You can also
please
look
do.
at the Lee Hardcastle Playcat thing I posted.
Yes.
The thing.
You
Yeah, the
can
thing I
indeed.
posted.
And also, we have all the social medias. Plus, we have YouTube sessions go up every Monday. Yesterday, the session from last week went up. Plus, we have a Patreon. We're adding more stuff to it. Go check it out. It's cool. Patreon.com/unnatural_1s.